Oh, you forgot your microphone. You need that.
Yeah, that's important.
Is mine turned on?
It's only on Tuesdays that's a concern.
Okay, you tell me that, but then I forget what day of the week it is.
A little dressing.
Hello, Drysic. You posted lots of dolphins at us. Fantastic.
Okay, I want to see if... Okay, did this work? Still not working.
Hello, Sir Edward.
I don't know why. My software for recording stuff. Since I went to the new thing, OBS doesn't want to record with my auto button.
Derpies, yay! Good start. Good start of a stream.
Low. Saw the new Doctor Strange movie today.
Yes, I heard
Nifty.
that's out now.
Did it have Doctor Strange in it?
You could go do that tomorrow instead.
No.
Okay.
It's already all planned. Like, we could hang out with friends, or...
I'd still be hanging out with friends.
No, Kyle's already going to a movie.
Oh.
At noon. He asked everybody. Didn't you see that? That doesn't know.
Did not.
He said, hey, does anybody want to go to a movie? And I think he's going to go by himself.
It's fine.
Because it didn't have a horse picture in it. That's why.
Yeah, it's just Doctor Strange with the horse's face. That's what I need.
No, I like the post about him. He's not going to see Doctor Strange. He's going to see something else.
Is it Sanic?
No.
Those are the only movies
some other Nordic movie.
No.
Dark something. I don't know.
Meh.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. But I have other things to do tomorrow, so it's gonna be a busy weekend. Was it a good movie? Was it? It looked. I mean, it's Marvel. Their big titles never gonna be bad. Just whether or not it's great.
A lot of people keep giving that one movie a lot of crap. I didn't think it was that bad.
Eternals?
Yeah.
It was just long. That was it. It felt too long and not enough content to really let me care.
Kind of felt like that one dude, without giving anything away, it wasn't necessary. Like the other.
Yeah, no, that's why there's just too much. There's too many new characters that they're trying to introduce, and to provide enough information for each, they had to make this super long movie with that was just kind of, I don't know. It wasn't bad. I just, I think it was needed because there's certain things that requires going forward.
There's some more there that was probably needed to be dished out. Could have used some cute ponies though. She looks like she breathes on Rarity so hard in that one shot that it blows her hair. You've been extra expressive in this video.
We'll do that one. The said derpy into the entire movie. We can do that.
Yes.
There we go. Hello. Welcome.
How?
I've been extra expressive because all I do is one word. Like, I can put extra time into the word. And then you get face like this.
There's a go face.
Well, you know, it's a better one, though.
Mm. That's extra smirk. She's so smirk. Look at her. She's so cocky. She knows what's up.
It's like, blink twice if he's hurting you. She just can't talk. Are you in danger? She's in danger.
I thought blink once was no.
Who's gonna hurt you? Who's gonna hurt you?
No, cupcakes.
Like, she doesn't look like she's ready to murder. Oh wait.
It's a murder face.
Murder time. Okay. Anyway, we're back working on this a bit. She's being held hostage. It's probably Fluttershy. She's the one. Like Fluttershy, you've been caught, and she's like, oh.
You have very few scenes left where you haven't done a lot of work to it yet. Really, just the last scene and the one with.
Well, we've been working on this one. This one, we did. I think the keyframing for her.
Awesome.
So
she's like,
Well, she's gonna nod her head, but I'm just gonna do that in live. So yeah, all the three of them in the background are already done. All I really have to do is Pinky and then Rainbow. Rainbow would be a little, probably won't be that bad. And I got to add a little something to Fluttershy, because right now she's just kind of standing there. So
as one does.
Swear more, raise our rating so I may murder. I have to swear. It's the only way to try to potentially get away from COPA, though apparently it doesn't matter. If it's a cartoon, even about murder, it's for kids.
Yeah, I was reading somebody else having issues with that.
Aggro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Like a bleeding horse on the ground. It's like, that's for 13 or younger. It's becoming, I think, I would be surprised if COPA started early on as being generous and then just started slowly ramping up the criteria.
Yeah, but what confuses me is if the goal of COPA is to keep certain content away from kids, and then YouTube is going to such an extreme that they're putting explicit content and marking it for kids.
Mm-hmm. Now it's going the other way.
Yeah, that's not good.
But the problem is like, say the community that's kind of getting screwed by that fights on it and like goes to legislators and saying, look at what YouTube's doing. It could be worse. They could be like, oh, well then just shut all this type of stuff down. And they're just going to like cut off the fat. Instead of trying to loosen it up the other way, they might just cut it further and go deeper into it. So
a large platform to get rid of a certain type of content, I would think start falling pretty heavily into like, I don't know. I mean, when I think of the FCC and censorship, they've got like cable television's pretty squeaky clean, so I wouldn't want that to happen to the internet. That would be
okay.
Bad.
I need to update her thing a little bit. I'm just looking. Her butt literally doesn't move until that very last bit at all. That doesn't work. I need it to move a little. Otherwise, it just looks like she's stapled to the ground. So I'm going to have to update this a little bit. But anyways, it is Friday. How is everybody's Friday going?
Yes.
I hope it's Friday. I'm doing. You beat me to it, Philip.
It's Friday. You know what that means?
What?
I can cook.
No, you can't. We're gonna be gone tomorrow.
That's right. I want to eat those steaks though.
Sunday?
Yeah. I got chicken in there. No, I kind of need to make the chicken.
You do you.
Well,
we're too busy. We got things going.
Stop it. We just stay here and never leave.
I'm kind of okay with that.
Sometimes, yeah. It would get sad after a while.
It's part of life.
Yeah.
Sadness. God gave us sadness, so hell, I'm going to use it.
Right. Keeps us content with the sadness.
Content with the sadness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that made me think of like the System of a Down, not System of a Down, Disturbed song, Down with the Sickness.
Come on.
But content with the sadness.
Oh my goodness. What was that? I heard things. I think it was a bird. Bird. I got distracted by birds. It's super nice, everyone, today.
Yes, it is.
You got the window open. I hope you never
Not that
closes.
one.
Hey, that one's open.
No, that one's closed.
Oh, you're right. Why is it closed?
Because we have frogs out there that are very loud. The mics will pick it up.
Yeah. Who doesn't like ambience?
Because if that picks that up, it's going to also then trigger all the other stuff. So it might not because of RTX voice, but
this whole room was filled with frogs. I think it would be amazing. You just have all the like crickets and chirping and the.
That sounds like
nature sounds.
Trying to eat would be a little bit messy, though.
We could eat some of the frogs.
They knew you were probably going to say that.
No, like, I don't know, like background nature noises is all too bad.
No, I like background nature noise, just not for stream. So it's just like right now, some noise happened out there, and now all the frogs shut up. And the crickets.
My big cat.
if I'm going to bed at night and I go to shut the window and I go boom, I'll hear them all quiet down too.
Yeah.
Nice 20 Celsius there. That's pretty good. It's doing the Chicago signature mist drain crap. I think I know somebody out there and they were saying something about that. Yeah. But it's it's been forever since like actually spring started. So we're way behind. So we're just now actually getting our spring weather.
I wore my coat to work this morning. I took it off. I didn't wear it back. I just threw it into my car.
Or I wore mine to work too.
Yeah. I'm hoping I don't have to wear it anymore this year. I'm hoping we're finally there.
I don't know. I think maybe 72 right now. So I mean that's like
it's perfect. That's
kind
wonderful.
of depends on what you're doing.
What do you mean? When is 72 bad?
If I'm going to be out and running around and doing like physical stuff, I'd run it cooler. But if I'm just going to be sitting outside, I probably want a little warmer. We are going to be 49 tonight, but that means that probably I think we're good because Wednesday is going to be 67 overnight. We have thunderstorms about half of the time starting Sunday, but Saturday sunny and 70. Perfect.
Rain is a good thing. I do like the sunshine though.
Yes. Oh, thunderstorms I'm okay with. Thunderstorms are fun. We live in the Great Plains or northern, but at least in the Great Plains ish. So when we get storms, we don't get drizzle, we get booms.
Today was 95. I'm sorry.
49. Holy crap. Oh, overnight. Yeah, but it's been basically that between high 30s and low 50s for the last like month or two. So it's been super delayed. Yeah. Our average temperature was supposed to be like mid 50 to up to low 60s like last month, and we barely hit that as a high. So it was pretty cold.
I'm looking forward to not having to wear that coat no more. For a little while at least.
Okay, it's a bit better now. Our butt actually moves.
Yeah, well, that's important.
Actually, I might lower her. I wonder if that makes an effect on things. Yeah, it does.
You know, I had a dream a couple nights ago that we were playing in a band. It's pretty great.
Yeah, let me just leave it. Okay.
Yeah, and you were yelling at people.
Good.
For interrupting our song.
Good. They should. I don't even know what song it was.
We were playing with that band Twerp.
Twerp?
TRWP. I think that guy from Game Grumps sings with them sometimes.
I have no idea. I've never heard of it. I don't follow Game Grumps though.
Well, it's not just him. Like he's in it sometimes. He's not.
I know, but that doesn't
part of the band.
It doesn't help me at all. That
Star Brigade. That one song, the anime, like they're flying through space.
No idea.
I mean, okay.
Because I have things to do.
It's not true.
How much of your day is spent watching YouTube videos?
Not that much. I only just got around to the New Pony episode.
How many mornings before work are you watching YouTube?
Oh, I watched like, yeah, okay, but that's like
before bed.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only times though. It's right before bed, right when I get up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I have it on in the background. I've watched a lot of YouTube free movies recently, but it's been while doing other things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So I forget what the.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a good band. I like them. I was listening to them at work today.
Oh, so it's recent.
What, the dream?
No, the reference.
Oh, I've been actually I only started listening to them again because of the dream.
That seems like some subliminal advertising. Like they just beamed it to your brain. He's like, I need to listen to them.
I need to listen to them again. Yeah, kind of.
He wakes up and just like starts walking out there. I'm like, Michael, where are you going? I need to buy milk. Why? Got milk. Got milk.
It's in my brain. It was a super vivid dream.
There, see again. You just got
it. Was super vivid. I liked the references, Sir Edward, to G4.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you caught that. I have not seen it.
They made some really cool references. basically doubling down on the whole, this is the same world. The things that happened in the past happened in this world.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of hammered that down a little bit in the new episode. So I'm looking forward to some things. I know the comics are already like really going to be touching on it, but I haven't read any of them yet. I saw something about the ruins of Canterlot. So I'm looking forward to reading it. They're putting horns on too many animals. You don't like the Unibunnies?
I'm thinking South Park.
South Park?
Where they had those like animal cult. I'm like, sacrifice the demons, yay! Like that's all of Fluttershy's creatures after she's gone.
Yeah. It just kind of...
We need to bring Fluttershy back from the dead! Ah! And she's just like a wandering corpse.
Oh no. Now, if they ever bring up Discord again, that would be interesting because he would definitely like miss the Flutter horse.
Maybe.
And like, I don't know the extent of his powers for controlling life and death, but if anyone could do it, it would be him.
He probably would have. No.
If anyone
probably not, or would it be the same?
Would what be this? Oh yeah.
Or would she want it?
She probably wouldn't want it.
Yeah, and then he would be in a pickle. But he would probably have just locked himself away in his own universe and then just never come out again.
Yeah. Now Discord would be an interesting character to bring back up for sure. But I could see him becoming a recluse after Fluttershy was gone. Doing pretty much exactly what you said, just kind of locking himself in his dimension. I want to know things. If there's anything about G5 that has me intrigued, it's kind of figuring out, like, what happened to everybody 1,000 years later.
There you go.
Awesome.
It's not.
Awesome.
If there's one of the main cast who's definitely still, that's probably Spike. Spike's probably still somewhere, I think. Headcanon.
This is going to be like Fallout Equestria, where he's going to be used as the one that just monologued the past.
Mm-hmm. No,
you find him in a mountain.
Oh, I'm almost certain if they find him, he's going to have his own lair.
And everything was caused by a friendship device that's in the mountain.
No. This is going to be straight up Fallout Equestria. You think Delancey would be up for it if they paid him enough? Sure.
Hello, Lunar Guardian. Hello, everybody. There's probably somebody I didn't get to say hi to, but hello. I think Delancey would be up for it if they different. I think he would be up for it. I think whether or not
they can
pay for it.
Because,
I mean, they paid for him before, and technically he'd be reprising the role, but the contract was under something else. So, and with the assumption that it probably was going to be like less successful, but now he probably has much better negotiating terms.
Like when they were doing Pony Life, Peter New played Discord, but the budget for that was probably a lot less. I hope that the budget for the main series, like the web series, that's going to be Peter New for sure if he's ever on there. But the main series, it could be Delancey if the pay's right, because the guy doesn't need to work anymore. Probably he could probably just retire and not care.
No, he could, but if you're in that kind of role, you're not just doing it because money. You're doing it because it's a passion.
Yeah, but if the money was right, he would have done it in Pony Life as well.
Well, anybody like that, he would be not cheap. So anything that's not going to make a return on it, even if he wasn't negotiating high, he's going to be higher.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, if Delancey doesn't come back for it, Peter New will do it again. I would definitely... I mean, the character is Delancey. It was pretty much based on his character Q from Star Trek, so...
But no, you could say that about everything that's him.
No, that was... They actually... I watched an interview. They based it. They like... Yeah.
Why are you watching interviews about the slight nuances of the chord for Discord?
Sorry, I have a horse obsession.
Awesome. Awesome.
They're adorable. What? Every time I watch you animate these ponies, I just want you to like spend the stream pooping them,
Awesome.
but then nothing would get done. And this is why I don't animate, you animate.
Okay, stuff done.
No, you do get stuff done. I wouldn't get anything done. Even if I sat here for 3 hours, I'd spend the entire stream like just having like the Scout boop Pinkie Pie for 3 hours, and
Awesome.
there'd be no other video.
Awesome.
There'd be no animation. It would just be me, big stupid grin on my face, like taking his hand and forcing it against the horse's nose.
Awesome.
It'd be madness.
Awesome. 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 Awesome.
Needing to provide a little bit of this is not going to bend correctly, but I need to provide a little bit of. Oh, it did actually.
Awesome. Awesome.
Sir Edward, if you tried to have a horse intervention with me, it would be less like an intervention and more like The Exorcist. It would just be like, they'd be like, cast out the horses. I'd be like, ah, and my head would start spinning and shit. It'd be madness.
Your fingers just permanently out.
I'm trying to boop.
Awesome. Awesome.
I dabbled in source filmmaker a bit, but I'm not an animator. I do have
It's all about time and patience, so as long as you have that, but
well, I've had a lot of patience for my current project, but that is not animation.
well, that's more of a test of not patience, but like boredom.
Oh no, it's been boring as hell. Like I was over it after the first couple weeks, and then it went on for another 2.5 months. And I still have a lot to do on it, but I've finished all the audio. That's a pretty big milestone.
Okay, I think if I'm going to do this, I have to actually shove it into her head a little bit. Yeah. Otherwise, it gets like weird black things.
That's a cute angle. I like that angle.
How's she look? Is it?
She seems very excited. I kind of like it. No, what the one thing I love about animation, the reason I like watching it, I'm not so much doing it, but watching it is even the creation of it is like you're slowly bringing these characters to life. I love it because you're good at it. You seem real.
They're not Michael.
Ponies aren't real.
It's good of you to admit it.
And birds, for that matter, are not real.
Okay, and then I'm gonna have her.
It's your perfect pony. That was a good song, Philip.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Michael, I have a boop emoji. That is a boop.
Awesome.
The horse is getting booped.
Wait, that is.
I can't really tell.
It is a picture. I think she's getting booped.
Is she getting booped? That's
Yeah.
good.
Well,
Awesome.
to me, Pinkie is just. I've brought it before. Pinkie is one of the hardest things to animate because everything has to be so +1. Actually, probably much more than that even. Everything has to be so all over the place, and animating anything that is not interacting with the surface isn't that bad, but when she's on the ground and has to always be moving around, that's hard. That gets hard. That's one of the reasons that, like, this shot, when she's moving in, or they're moving in, I didn't want to have it showing the ground because then I'd have to worry about how their feet are interacting with the ground. But in this angle, they don't have to, as long as they look close enough.
I have this feeling, after having read several fan fictions, that fanfic writers do not like Pinkie Pie.
Bucks.
Like every fan fiction I ever read either has her as the annoying friend that everyone deals with, or just has her as a drug addict, which everyone's angry at. That is like every fan fiction involving Pinkie Pie I've read. Even in like Australia, they're like, oh, she's worse, Bob.
I don't think she's worse. I think like.
Who's worse?
Well, probably Pink. No, I hate doing that because when you have a list of 1 to 6 and you say it's more of who's the bottom of the list, not who's worst.
Well, like, let's just establish they're all pretty great. But if you had to pick one that was, like, irritating. See, I like Rarity because she's kind of like Meryl Streep in Divorce Prada. Twilight's like that nerdy girl next door.
I like Twilight. Twilight's fine. Applejack. Rainbow's this is a good horse. But
Rainbow's pretty cute.
I don't know. If I had to choose who's at the bottom, it's
probably between Fluttershy and Pinkie for me. Fluttershy's cute.
No, I don't know. She's boring.
She's a little boring.
What does she do?
She commands the will of a chaos god. Is that not enough?
She commands the will of a chaos god by being
so adorable that he can't.
No, I can show you how.
She's a shy girl, which makes her boring, but also like mysterious.
Okay, so this is how she does.
Oh no, chaos gods are being summoned. She's doing the summoning dance.
Oh no.
Dude. Did you call a rainbow a glue horse? Is oh no. That's gonna summon gods from other realms.
Okay, we're on many levels.
You're gonna like start the sky starts splitting open like
it's gonna look like the end of No Way Home.
Yeah,
like all these other realities are splitting through.
They're coming for the booty.
Hello, Rex.
Fluttershy. Bye. Yes.
What was I doing? Oh, so I was doing Pinkie. So I think her initial turn to Rainbow, I'm going to keep her eyes open, but she's going to blink when she comes back. Normally, it's what I do is anytime there's a drastic change or anytime you're changing your view from one person to another, a blink hides the fact that the eyes are moving, and it's pretty natural for even the human body to do that. Or I guess any living creature to a degree, but doing it every time gets a little bit like unrealistic. So in this case, I want to have her like keep open like she's super excited and just can't even close her eyes, but then blink when she comes back. Because you got to have them blink every now and then. I rarely have to add a blink just because they need to blink. It's almost always because they're just moving and you just slides into everything.
Pinkie Pie is cute. I just want to get that out there. She's still a cute horse. But I think if I was to hang out with a character like her for a lengthy period of time, I would be exhausted very quickly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to take it. But that's why she has a job. So then she has to go to work and gives you a break.
She has like 2 jobs.
What's the second one?
She runs a catering service and she works at the bakery.
Does she run a catering service?
Yeah. Out of the Cake's place, but like she does that separate.
So she's like the Mr. Beast burger?
A little bit.
They have the Boca de Bippo and then like she's just selling burgers out of the back?
She like throws parties for anybody who wants them with her catering nonsense. And then she does, like, later in the show, she does consulting work for Cheese.
I'm a party consultant.
Yeah.
Isn't that just a wedding planner?
A little bit.
I have a coworker that is getting married soon, and they're talking about all this like work they're going through to prep for their wedding and all this because she wants to have like a big wedding, and I don't get it. Like they have a meeting to go meet a caterer just to determine what type of cake they want. And it's like,
I mean,
and I think they said the cake's going to cost like $400. And
oh, that's expensive. Well, you gotta. It depends. Like if I got married, I'd probably want to invite my family, and I'm guessing the bride would want to invite their family.
You're guessing?
I'm guessing they probably would. And,
if I give them permission.
Yeah. Wow. But like that's a lot of food. Like if you're gonna feed everybody, because that's like the expected thing is to feed everybody, and everybody's gonna want a slice of cake. So that's gonna be a big cake depending on the size of the family. Like, if I'd probably want to invite my aunts and uncles and stuff. Not the cousins, not so much, but that's still a lot of people.
Personally, if I was getting married, I would just, like, go to the courthouse, get papers signed. Like, yeah. I don't see the need for spending, like, they're spending, like, 5 digits on a wedding.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
Why?
Like,
that's like a down payment on a car. Or, you know, something more viable. Instead, it's for a single... You can probably just rent a dress, get a photographer to get a couple pictures, and then voila, you can just tell people you had a wedding.
You should definitely, like, rent the stuff, because you're never going to wear it again.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
But, yeah, no, I could see money being spent on food. That makes sense.
The only time I'm okay with weddings that's spending a lot of money is if I'm a guest... and they have an open bar.
Oh, yes. I've been to weddings.
Wow, it's so good.
It's so great.
And it's not even just for me, but because by like 11 o'clock, oh boy, everybody's gonna come.
Yeah.
Hello, films. Here's a tip. Did you try controlling the emotion 15 AI? The after sentences bit. Yeah, I know how to do that. I rarely need to, because usually with the exclamation point or period or context, it'll usually be enough. But it's great for sarcasm, because sarcasm is you don't want to go with the implied emotions.
I mean,
need to read more fanfics that I haven't been reading enough. If you need recommendations for fics, I can give you a lot.
Yeah, you have a lot. I'm trying to read through. I've been trying to read one recently that he's recommended.
I used to read a ton of fics, but I haven't read any in years. But I used to like read every day, just because it was a nice, easy way to read things that felt like just I don't know, it was fun.
Reading's a nice thing to do when I have downtime, either on a plane or at work, which hasn't been a lot like recently, but yeah. Now, as far as like you guys were saying, big weddings are concerned, a wedding's just an excuse to throw a party.
It's an expensive party. There's better ways to throw a party.
You shouldn't be spending money for the sake of just spending money. Spend money on food, spend money on booze, have a good time, make sure everybody's having a good time. But if you're just like I had a cousin who spent a small fortune to have their wedding inside of some old colonial like building that apparently George Washington stayed in at some point in like Maryland somewhere. Why? That doesn't increase the enjoyability at all. Like, I don't care what presidents slept where.
Also,
silly.
Destination weddings.
What? Like when you go to like some private island or something?
Like if you want to have your wedding in another place and you fly out there, sure. But when you invite other people and tell them, come to our wedding, but you have to pay for the flight, the hotel, and all this other stuff. No.
Yeah, you're not going to have very many people at your wedding.
No, they usually don't invite too many, but then when people don't go, then they're like, they feel kind of obligated. It's one thing if, you can go there for the wedding and vacation. Yeah. That can be nice. But I'm guessing it's going to be like, hang out with us and do this and do that. And then it's not your vacation, it's their vacation, a very expensive vacation for them. I don't agree with that. But also, I don't get the thing. I would just rather have, get the papers, we're done.
No, you gotta have, bread and bottles of whiskey at everybody's table.
Consume water and or perish. And or.
Consume water and perish.
I guess. A big wedding isn't going to make the marriage any better. No, I can understand wanting to have a big event. Like for some people,
it's party.
For some people, like having a big wedding is like their dream in life. In that case, the money is worth it. For me, it is not. Well, hello, NPC. Well, thank you for the raid. Hello.
Yes. Wonderful.
Welcome, raiders.
Oh no. They've come for the.
Well, hey, Philip, I said that. That is a really creepy face, and I don't know what that means. Welcome, raiders. We are working on animation and talking about weddings. I don't know why we actually.
How did that even start?
I don't even. Oh, it's talking about a coworker.
All right.
100% of people who consume water perish. Well, yes, that would make sense. Yes. Hi, Argo. Hi, cutie, handsome Michael.
Ooh. Hello, you.
Oh. No, I'm not getting married. I'm not dating. Like, I like having my own money.
That's a statement.
Because mini marriage usually involves kids, and kids are expensive.
Kids are. But like they like carry on your legacy or whatnot.
What are they? No, they don't.
I mean, they don't. That's what they're supposed to.
What for your father? What legacy are you carrying on?
I exist.
It's not a legacy.
That's the best he got. That and a watch he gave me.
Ooh, good. You are the protector of the watch.
Pretty much.
You are the first watch.
Ooh.
You haven't even repaired it yet.
No, but neither did he.
Touche. Oh, I got a stupid face. Based Argo, a little bit. Let me finish Fluttershy's eye here, and then I will do the stupid face. I need to move it a little bit more here. Oh.
Before the raid, I said you and Michael were married, and that Argo was the one main reason I got involved in 3D. That's a heck of a thing. This
well, we act like it.
String together. No.
But no.
No.
We are.
I'm just here for the horses.
He pays me rent. That's
that too.
That's it.
Now, I like to think we are good buddies. But mostly, if I stop paying rent, I'd be out on my ass in a minute.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Especially if we get a different place, because then I would be like, it'd be difficult to keep up on it by myself.
Yes.
Well, could I?
Like
I could.
If both me and Adam disappeared.
I could.
Because you've told me you could keep up on this place, but you would struggle.
No, I can keep up with this place easily. I would just not be able to save anything. There, I could, but I would be kind of like
Never
beans and
go
rice.
Yeah, I did that.
But it's the intent is after a couple of years, wages go up, everything, but my fee stays the same. So
as
then
long as you have it fixed.
If I eventually at work want to upgrade to like a senior position, and the raise that would be involved with that would offset a lot of it. So I'm hoping next year, but we'll see. But anyway,
Job stuff.
So yes, there's a stupid face. So your roommates. Yep. Yeah, he lives like right there.
I live above.
He lives above me. Yeah, we live in the same place. I own the place he rents.
Yes.
But we are looking, well, I am looking to potentially move, because I bought this place about 2.5 years ago, and I want to, but I'm running out of space, and there's another renter that wants to potentially join in. So the idea was I'm going to try to get something bigger and stuff. So it might cause some delays on stream and like content stuff when that starts going through, because that's going to be a lot of work.
I like how you're looking, and I'm just like an asset that gets taken along with. Like you pack me in a box.
I'm putting you in the moving van.
Yes.
All right. So, anyways, Jubbly. Let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna do a stupid face, which people can do channel points. So, Jubbly, do you have a horse or a character or something, some kind of and just pick something. It could be horse, as long as I have a model of it anyway. I'm gonna jump to this one because this is the one that
Steel the Dead.
Okay. There. Perhaps 2 ponies getting married. Oh no.
Oh, not Derpy. Okay, well that's
not Derpy. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta ship. He's doing shipping. What two parent ponies do you
You know
want to
how
marry?
this goes, Michael.
No, you got to pick two ponies. This is how it
Okay,
works.
I need horses. Well, I need recommendations for horses.
I want you to ship horses.
My ship.
Yeah, I want your ship.
Okay, he did say 2 ponies. Damn it.
He did say 2 ponies.
Minty.
I don't think he has a Minty model.
I mean,
It's like G3.
okay, we're gonna do. It's
Lyra's Minty.
She's mintish.
Okay, Lyra's one. Uh-oh. You know, if you don't... It's infidelity if you don't get the other right horse.
Okay, we got and then who should we pair
Don't get
Lyra
ideas.
with?
Like, who's she gonna cheat on Bonbon?
Can't do Derpy.
Can't do Derpy. Carrot Top.
No, I want to come up with this one.
He wants to ship the pony.
Mintish. That's her name.
Is she more blue or green? Maud? Okay. That is a bat. What is with that Maud model? She looks squished. Jeez. Where's that armor even come from? What happened?
This is the Crystal War.
Yeah, that's the Crystal War armor.
Okay, so she's wearing. Hold on, I gotta turn out for rotation. Okay, so we're going to get married or something.
Okay, they have to boop noses now.
No, that's not Michael. This is not you time.
Okay, marriage.
There. This is not Mod. Hold on.
What's that not mod? Oh, because she's smiling.
And okay, that's closer to Mod. Okay, so we got the 2 horses.
They gotta ship them.
Okay, and then who's going to be officiating?
Okay, you gotta. Okay, they need a.
It makes the most
They don't
sense.
have that kind of money. Come on. Do either of them look like they have Celestia officiating their wedding money?
Celestia's bored.
You probably don't even have mayor money. They have like I don't know, bulk biceps money. He's gonna officiate it. He wears many hats.
Okay, so okay, there we go.
Aim for the free cake. Yes.
See if we can do this. We're gonna check out some 15 AI. This might take a little bit to do, but okay, I think it'd be funny.
You do you.
I might have to add a space in there.
She should say do.
Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you?
Oh, she sounds accusatory. Do you?
Do you?
Do you? Do you?
Oh yeah, okay.
Do you take horse?
Oh, this is probably
Do you
quickish.
take horse? Do you also take horse? Do you take horse? Do you also take horse? Do you take horse? Do you also take horse?
Do you take?
This sounds like she's talking about drug. Do you take horse? Do you also take horse?
I want her to be like, you take this horse to be your lawfully wedded horse.
Do you take horse? Do you also take horse?
That's okay. It's making it sound like it's a drug, and I'm okay with that.
Friends don't let friends do horse.
Okay, so we got our downloads.
Michael takes horse. I take horse every day. Horse is pretty
Okay.
great.
And then we have need Lyra.
She looks so happy. Like, wow. She had a total of 1 minute of speaking lines in the entire series.
So this will be a really interesting encoding.
At least Derby had like a 2.5. It's gonna take a couple tries.
Oh my gosh, I do. Oh my gosh, I do. Oh my gosh, I do.
I like this one.
Yeah.
That took a couple tries.
It is impressive what 15 AI can do with so very little.
Yeah, more just helps cover variation.
Helps to create different emotions, really.
Oh.
On the streets, they call it the boop.
Okay.
I'm just mainlining boops.
Okay, so I have to actually exit because my library is full, or it would crash because of library limitations to get the audio, so. Take source. On the streets, they call it the boop. Is this like the clap?
That's not good.
Boops are a STD.
Oh no. Can't stop
It
them.
says a lot about the nose.
Can't stop the boops.
Dark Prince. All right.
Oh, Bonbon's gonna be very upset. Lyra didn't know that she's not allowed to marry two ponies at the same time. No one told her.
Do you take
It's like, I can see Lyra coming through the front door. Hey, Bonbon, look! I got another wife! It's like,
I can't
the
sing
heck,
about this.
horse? You little shid. Oops, are an STD. Thank you, Sir Edward. That is forever saved in the archives of nonsense.
Do you take horse? Take horse.
Waiting
Oh
for
my
it
gosh,
to-
I do. Do you
Another
also take
15
horse?
minutes to pass by so I can drink more brandy.
Okay. Oh, I probably should get mod as well. So,
Do they have mod?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there she is. You passed her. It's not even gonna let you. Just gonna have to say no a couple times and cut it. No.
No. No. No. No.
No.
No. Lyra is not an ugly horse. He's a cute. He's my second favorite background character.
No, you are ugly
She a little
horse.
shit.
No, you are ugly horse. No, you are ugly horse.
Right. For some reason, she's sounding robotic, but I guess that is kind of mod.
Yes.
No, you are ugly horse. No, you are ugly horse.
She is
No,
7.5.
you are ugly horse.
7.8.
That's okay. I'll do that one.
She did have some episodes that were pretty heavily about her. So she had some advantages there.
For those that don't know what I'm doing here, the format that it exports from 15AI is not directly compatible with SFM, but what I have for Audacity set up is, so I just have to bring it in here, export it as a WAV file from a WAV file, or as an MP3 that it's exported as. I think it's MP3.
Everything's MP3.
No, it's WAV. So that's why I have to do that, though. So
Yeah, Audacity's pretty great. I've been using it a lot. And it's free.
Hi, I'm Mudpie. Welcome
haven't-
to Jackass.
I need to do that one too.
No,
It's pretty
you are
nice
ugly
that for
horse.
every super expensive program that's out there, there's
No,
a free
you are
version
ugly
that can
horse.
also be used. It's almost as good. For Photoshop, there's GIMP. For like 3ds Max or Maya, there's Blender. And it's all pretty great. And I don't even know what
What a
the
gas.
pay for equivalent to
What gas.
Audacity is because Audacity is
gas.
so good that
What
I
a
don't really
gas.
need anything else.
Okay. So this should be the last one of anything I'll need.
Ever again.
I can't sing about.
Okay. All right, let's see here. So this is the lights are on. I gotta turn it off. I gotta fix the sky. Okay, so we gotta let's do the really cheap lip syncing first.
Do you take horse? Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I
you were
do.
supposed to
Do
ship
you
these
also take
horses,
horse?
and
No, you are
you're
ugly
ruining
horse.
their wedding.
Okay, and then we'll do.
Oh man, I feel so
Do you
bad
take
for
horse?
anybody who's ever
Oh
been
my
in a
gosh, I do.
situation where
Do
somebody
you
like backs out
also
at the
take
last minute.
horse? Oh my gosh, I do. Do you also take horse?
No, you are ugly horse.
Well, I guess.
No, you are ugly horse.
Well, I guess.
Oh, well, actually, I know what I did wrong here. There we go.
No, you are ugly horse.
Well, I guess.
No, you are ugly horse.
Well, I guess.
Okay, that actually kind of broke.
You are ugly horse.
Well, I guess.
Because it gets really weird. It actually puts it in a negative, and I have to make sure I reset it to 0.
You are ugly horse.
Well, I guess. Well, I guess.
Okay, that'll be fine. And then we need to put mod.
Gosh, I do. Do you also take horse?
No, you are ugly horse. No, you are ugly horse.
Okay. And now we need Celestia.
I do.
Celestia needs to look at this horse. And we'll just move that eye down. So she's going to be like... Okay, oh, that's kind of creepy. She needs to look down at that horse. So we're going to move that up a little bit. There we go. That's a little better.
Do you
Ugly horse.
Okay, and now...
Well, hello, V. V Taha.
Love you, Tom. So high north. Yeah, I see. You're constantly working on very different scenes on the stream, so you don't release them on YouTube so often. No, this is Stupid Face. So it's people just spending some points to just make me make something really quick and stupid. Sometimes they become shorts. Like the watermelon one is a short that came from that, or the burning biscuits. Those were ones that I just kind of cleaned up a little bit, but.
If really good ideas become, I still think you need to turn the Batman one into a short. I think that one would work as a short.
Otherwise, like the main video here is actually like my next thing I'm working on. The audio is turned off for it, so there is something that's being worked on. This is just a little distraction, so because that's fun. So
Do you take
okay, let's get Cecilia here.
horse? I do. Do you?
Let's see, it's just you.
Do you? Do you?
Okay.
Do you also take horse? Do you also take horse? Also take horse?
I actually don't like the auto generation voice things. While really cool, it takes away from the living element to the characters. Oh yeah, depending on how you use them, they can work, but you're gonna probably run through multiple iterations. And if I was making something like that wasn't a shit post, this is a shit post, I would probably get an actual person to do it. If I needed something like an emotional scene, you're not gonna get emotion out of 15 AI, or if you do, it's because it's an accidental emotion.
Also take horse? Also take. You also take horse?
No, you are ugly.
I just like the idea of Celestia
take
being a
horse?
horrible tyrant
Oh my
who
gosh.
gets bored easily and forces ships on ponies in her kingdom.
Horse.
He's like,
Oh my gosh, I
okay,
do.
do you take this mare to be your lawfully wedded, like, waifu? And she's
Do you
like,
take
please,
horse?
Celestia,
Oh my gosh,
I don't
do.
want this. Remember, I'm burning down the village if you refuse. And then she just like now
You take
kiss. She just-
Oh my
she
gosh, I
makes me
do.
kiss.
Do you also take horse?
Celestia's hair is just
It's
all over her
attacking.
face.
Oh, okay, we're gonna. Okay.
Do you also take horse?
No, you are
Hi
ugly
guys, how are you
horse.
doing today?
Well, I
I'm
got-
doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Yeah, hello, Underspine. Use them for the really funny and stupid stuff for sure. Yeah, that's what I use them for. I haven't really had a need for anything other than shitpost. Like the video we're working on now is just the same word over and over and over. Well, different versions of the word, but it's essentially just a detailed shitpost.
Lyra could fit her mom's entire muzzle in her mouth.
Okay, I gotta do this.
Gas.
Why is she sad? Oh. No, why is she... No, don't make her sad. He's a happy horse.
Well, she was told no.
It is sad. Celestia just thinks it's funny. She's like, I left my castle for this.
Gas.
Sad horse. Womp womp. Hello, Kite.
Do you take horse?
Did you
My
forgot?
gosh, I do.
Forgot to say hello.
I do.
Hello, Kite.
Gosh, I do. Gosh, I do. I do.
This is the whole gambit. They're gonna make a live stage play based on this little short here. They're gonna call it unstable relationship. But you pick up on the horse from there. It's pretty great.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
Fantastic.
I'm distracted.
It's alright. You're distracted by horses.
I do.
I'm trying to just add a little bit more of this.
I do. I do. I do.
Yeah, it's so chill today.
Oh my gosh, I do. Oh my gosh, I do. Do you also take?
So
take horse?
excited.
No, you are.
Okay. Oh,
No,
This is Lyra's first attempt at marriage.
no.
okay, so normally I'm always off by a little bit,
No,
so I'm just gonna move it a little bit that way.
no,
It's usually just when it comes to lip syncing, there's only a couple things that are needed. It's whether or not you can see teeth, whether or not the mouth is open, and whether or not the lips are forward. Those are the main three. After that, you can get away
What
with
about the
anything.
fourth one? Making silly faces while you do it. Yeah, there's one.
Yeah.
You are ugly, horribly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit there.
Oh. Thank you, generator.
Well, that or
boy.
generator. Thank you, generator boy. For 5 gift subs. Jesus Christ, thank you very much, and congrats to
Yes.
Darkling Prince Scorpio, a Floofy Paper, Mafia Octavia, Shamanout, and C2R. So thank you very much, generator boy, for the gift subs. I very much appreciate it. Kudos to generator boy, and happy Friday.
Yes.
I hope you have a good weekend ahead. Returning the favor. Aw, well, that's sweet. Thank you very much.
It's fantastic.
Ugly horse. Horse.
Because she needs to keep the ugly horse thing going longer. There we go.
No, you are ugly horse.
What a gasp!
What did she say at the end?
Leg gasp.
Like, yes. Ah, it's perfect. I like that.
Okay, she needs to. She needs to go a little bit more. Oh no, that's too much grin.
It'd be even dumber if she said my spaghetti.
What a
But-
gasp! What a
The
gasp!
gasp is also good.
She should be open here. Probably needs not so much in there.
That horse is gonna need hugs after this.
Uh,
Gasp!
I'm just gonna put a little bit like here and a little bit like that, and ooh, that's a little bit weird.
What a gasp!
Spaghetti is pretty delicious. We had spaghetti yesterday.
What a gasp!
It's good enough.
Do you?
And Celestia's gonna be whatever. So all right, here we go. They're doing the thing.
Do you take horse? Oh my gosh, I do! Do you also take horse?
No, you are ugly horse.
What a gasp! I do! Do you also take?
Fantastic.
There, okay, we'll add like.
What a gasp!
This is a super serious moment, so we need to have it be like
Got the spin.
Ugly horse.
What a gasp! What a gasp!
that's a little
What
bit.
a gasp!
You adore.
Anyway, Eudor, okay,
Do you
good.
take horse?
Good.
Oh my gosh, I do!
Is
Do
this
you also take
adequately
horse?
stupid enough face?
And we could like you one up it and you do this. You do, yeah, you like this.
Do you take horse?
One ship assassinated 10 million ago. He was supposed to ship horses and he burned one down. Isn't he awful?
Horse. Oh my gosh, I do! Do you also take horse?
Sounds like she's asking about a drug.
Horses are a drug. We all know this.
No, you are ugly horse.
I have a horrible horse addiction. Who here in chat has a horse addiction? Now is the time to come clean.
What a gasp!
There we go. Now we have actual cameras.
Do you take horse? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, I do!
Chub
Do you also
Chuckling.
take horse?
No, you are ugly horse.
What a gasp!
But it kind of actually
You are
glitched.
ugly horse.
What a gasp!
Ugly horse.
What a gasp!
She needs a little bit more emotion here. We're gonna just add a little bit of a head down here.
What a gasp!
No, Nolan, you have to quit your horse addiction. It's
What a
too much
gas.
horse. You have to give up all of your horse, and just the easiest thing to do is just give it all to me, and I can relieve you of all that
What a
horse
gas.
burden.
Do you
Your
take-
horse?
There we go.
Horse. Oh my gosh, I do! Do you also take horse?
No, you are ugly horse.
What a gasp!
Oh yes, it's after 7. What did you have?
Beer.
I'm guessing there's only one kind of beer in there.
Yes. Well, the big beer, not the little beer. There's the big gold beer, and then there's a small black beer. Go for the big golden one.
Come back. Cream soda.
So, is there any context for this animation? Have I ever needed context? That works. Okay. The only thing is, okay, I want to at least. I feel like Celestia got left behind here. I'm gonna at least add a little bit of better. I'm gonna be really quick because she actually has probably the most words. Oh, and her lip sync is bad. You know what? No, we're not going to bother
Do you
with it.
take horse? Oh my gosh, I do. Do you also take horse? So yes, slow you. Oh yes, oh my gosh, I.
Actually, wait.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, that's not gonna be. Okay, whatever. We're gonna move on. Let's see here. What do we got? I need to adjust a few things. That was not what I wanted it to do. Okay. And we like to keep the stupid faces around. Actually, I have 2 entire save files that are built up of stupid faces now. So, because we maxed out on memory when doing them. Wait, they already have a folder? I do. Okay. Now we're back to them. And they're gone. No more horse. We're back to Fluttershy. Alright, this sounds like a very good reason. Yeah, that's a good reason. That's a good reason. Even Super Taster were talking about weddings. Yeah, he wanted 2 horses married, and so I just chose like War Mod Pie and Lyra. Okay, so we were working on some Pinkie Pie in this one.
Awesome.
Getting her down a little bit, so I think when she's gonna have to have a little bit of motion. That's the wrong shot. Between here, so I can't just have her like stopping moving in the middle part here. So I'm gonna say she just keeps momentum when she gets to her. No, I have to lose momentum, so we're gonna move it like over here and see how this works. So we're gonna see if I just playhead this a little bit. That can work, but I might have to do it like this. Too much. Just a little bit. Not enough. Still not enough.
Awesome.
Maybe a little bit extra is gonna be what works. Okay, that'll work. And then I have to offset the head motion so that she still keeps looking that way.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay. All right, that actually turned out pretty decent. We're gonna just add a little bit of her eyes getting kind of excited here. Her head is not really dipping to get in the position here, so we're gonna add a little bit of that. Okay. Let's blend that mouth in there. Okay, transitioning, we're gonna add extra teeth. Close it. She's going to open it a little heavy here. And then she's going to open it up extra heavy there. And then when she gets to this point, we're just going to close the jaw a little bit more. And then spread that out. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's put a little stretch in there just to pull it out a little bit. Nah, it doesn't work. Need my horse burden? No. Horse burden. For where I work, actually we just had big audit this week. They have a phrase at work called burden, which is non-program specific costs to the company that just go against like the company as a whole, and that is where my brain is ingrained for the use of the word burden. You poured that really badly.
I poured it semi-okay. Not great.
This looks like it's from dwarves.
A little bit. You seem
How am I supposed to drink it?
You start by drinking it.
I gotta dig to my drink.
No, you get it on your face. You get the beer mustache. It's fine. It's on your nose. There you go. You did it. Don't drown.
Almost did. I couldn't breathe for a second.
You were just having the time.
It went up my nose.
This is very entertaining for
You
me.
did it on purpose.
Yes,
And then you're like, I'm gonna make him do it. Whoa.
Did it.
Rockin' Pode. Soon. Oh.
Sooner than later.
I don't know. John keeps his big mustache because, like, even that just got it all stuck on my
He
face.
stores beer in it.
It's just for work.
Yes. Michael's revenge.
Awesome.
I wish I could make her eyes even wider at this point, but I don't know if I can do it without really getting fucking creepy.
It would, like, their eyes are big enough.
And it's Pinky. She needs to be like, I'm gonna murder your family kind of wide.
You need. She can be wide-eyed, but if you start going too extreme, she starts looking like possessed. I don't want her to be possessed. She's a cute horse. No, she needs to maintain cuteness, not look like her soul's been sucked out of her body.
Okay, well, hold on. What does one do? Just go like this.
Oh,
Or, you know, just do this one. Like this. So like this.
I'm doing
This.
what's happening?
Like this.
Just make your eyelids disappear.
Awesome.
A little much.
I can see the universe.
She could see into. She finally gained.
Her eyes are actually no longer connected with her head.
Correct. She's a monster.
Like they're just disconnected. Well, actually, the eyes already are. The pony eyes are a separate model that hovers. You can kind of see it right there with the separation. That actually hovers just inside like a little disc. And because that's one thing that always bothered me about pony eyes. They can't be round. Like an eyeball is supposed to be a perfect circle, right?
They're not. They're. I think they're more like. You ever seen those like glass drop marbles?
Yeah, but how does the eye move?
It moves around in a socket, but it's not a perfectly round socket.
But if it's not perfectly round, then if it rotates like this,
Yeah.
wouldn't it just pop out of the head?
No. Wait. I mean. No.
Or like, because it's like if you have a thing like this inside a socket and you turn it, it's going to be hitting things. That's why it's round, so it can move freely within its thing.
Yeah.
The pony. I mean, I think Rarity's realizing this. She's like, "Uh-oh."
I mean, horses have very big heads.
Derpy Torture,
Had a
please.
fiddle.
Kai, what is it with you and Derpy Torture?
Why? Because he wants to hurt me.
Well, I mean, that's what they're requesting, though.
But that doesn't seem like a very a request made in good faith.
Let's see if we can load it before it crashes.
Doing things to hurt.
Okay, I did. It's still going to crash, but I got there.
She's a cute horse.
Okay. So it's Derpy. And what are we looking at? What what's wrong with horse? Well, Derpy Torture. See if this is really gonna crash. There it goes.
Yes. Dead. No, not the derps. I agree, Nolan. Like, the derps are good horses.
Horses?
Yes.
There's only one derp.
Yes, but she is many. She is one, but she is many.
Wait, her taxes are in arrears? Is there taxes in her butt?
It's not a good place.
Yeah, that's
put
not where you
your
put the
taxes.
taxes. IRS is really getting in there, aren't they?
Oh, no.
We're here for the audit as they like snap a glove on their hand.
Gotta see if you're hiding any assets.
I would laugh, but I beer my mouth. Also, not funny. I don't know why I like to see Derpy getting tortured. Because, see, now you know why I like doing it to Michael.
Cry myself to sleep.
Okay. Let's see here. How are we going to torture the Derpy?
Oh, we gotta be nice to Derpy.
I've set her on fire multiple times. We've drowned her. I've slammed her against the wall. What's a new way to murder Derpy? Not murder, torture. There's a difference.
I have an idea, but I don't want to share it because it involves hurting Derpy.
I wish I could figure out the rope thing, because I could do something funny with that.
No, like, if I could only use rope.
There's a rope particle, but it's kind of complicated, and I don't use it enough to remember how to actually work it.
I'm glad you can't use it, because I'm afraid of what you do. My brain just keeps coming back to the whole hard hoof, soft hoof like thing that's going on in the fandom right now. Like, could have a pony like hard hoofs are strong, and then they like kick or hit or something with their hoof, and then they're like, soft hooves are good too, and then she hurts her hoof. So, Chad, what do you think? Do ponies have hard hooves like regular horses, or do
what
they
is
have
with that discussion?
Hooves? Alumnex started it.
To me, it has to be hard hooves. Just because if they were soft hooves, then that means that they are constantly walking around in pain.
What do you mean? You got soft feet. Are you constantly walking?
Yeah,
around
but it's
in pain?
very hard bone behind that.
Yeah. The horses have bones.
Okay, so then it's a hard hoof.
But they go squish when they're walking. You ever watch the show? They got squishy hooves.
Then that means if they step on anything, a rock or anything, it's gonna mold around that. It's gonna hurt.
That's why you gotta wear horseshoes.
The whole purpose of having a horseshoe and hard hooves is so that they are not hurting themselves on the ground.
They wear boots. The ponies wear boots. That's why
they
wear
do.
Boots.
No, they don't wear
Sometimes.
boots. Sometimes, sure, but I don't see them wearing a boot when they're walking up the mountain to see the dragon.
I used to walk around in bare feet all the time.
Okay, you're not a good analogy for horses.
I'm just saying, like, walking around in bare feet ain't so bad as long as you avoid bees. You just get calloused feet. The hooves are actually an illusion. The hooves don't exist at all. Well, they got cute hooves.
I am floating away.
No, I think they got soft hooves.
I am floating away.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
but
Ponyville.
soft hooves are better for like
floating
hugs
away.
and boops.
Goodbye, Ponyville. I am floating away.
Ow.
Goodbye, Ponyville.
No matter the hoof, they're good. Good hooves. Is she just gonna be floating away?
Ponyville. I am
Look,
floating
you're
away.
experiencing my
Goodbye,
pain.
Ponyville.
You're finding out how bad the derpy audio
Goodbye,
is to get
Ponyville.
anything decent.
It's like, she is essentially the G-Man of audio.
Yes.
Where she's just, her inflections make no sense where they are.
No, because I think they
I am
mixed
floating
too many
away.
different audio
Goodbye,
sources
Ponyville. I am
when
floating
Tabitha
away.
was having like a
Goodbye,
bad day or
Ponyville.
something.
I am floating away. Goodbye, Ponyville.
Oh, like, just like, goodbye, Ponyville. Just what?
I am floating away. Goodbye, Ponyville.
That's why I take off the exclamation mark half the time.
Floating away. Goodbye, Ponyville.
Okay, she actually sounds like she's screaming there. That's perfect. Okay.
I need to read the fiction Bubble Butt.
I actually
It
ran
does
across
sound
that one.
intriguing. Did you?
I've never read it that I can think of.
Currently, I'm reading one with a, I can't remember the name of it. Foals of the Forest? Yeah, that
A Foal in the Forest.
Foal of the
It's
Forest,
book
yeah.
1 of 9 or something like that.
It's all right.
I like it. The best characters in the book have nothing to do with the characters that the book starts with. It's the blind guy.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to continuing it. I just have to find time.
Now, I think I have my fan fiction has like 15 pages of stories on there that I've read, and I have plenty that I could read or recommend. There was one that actually was funny. It was a story of fire and something. I can't remember the name now, but it ended up being a story that I really liked years and years and years ago. And then somebody I've read that vends at conventions that I've talked to a lot of times when I'm there ended up being the writer for it and was selling a copy of it randomly. And I'm like, I remember reading that, and it was just weird because it was literally like 7-8 years ago. Okay, so we got Derpy here, and then she's gonna have her words. Oh, we gotta... Come on, there we go.
Objectively, I'm sure it's fantastic. Your fan fiction.
Watermelons killed my... I am a burrito.
As long as it's got ponies in it.
I forgot about the burrito.
I am dead.
What I love about the burrito one is my imagination of the burrito one was a cute pony like wrapped in a blanket like a burrito, and then you turned it into that abomination of a burrito horse, which is fantastic.
She was adorable.
Yeah, she was still pretty adorable. I think years and years back, before I even met him, a friend of mine was writing a pony fan fiction, and he got pretty far into it, and I read like the first 3 chapters. It was a little rough, but I still encouraged him. But it was just know if you ever do a self-insert where it's just you and,
It's never gonna work.
yeah, it's a little rough. In this friend's fan fiction, God gave him a DeLorean, which he traveled to Equestrian. That's as far. I read the first 3 chapters, like, yeah. So it was an odd one.
I am floating away. Goodbye, Ponyville.
So much derpy.
Okay.
This is kind of cute, like this. There's self-inserts. Not gonna be Jubbly in Equestria. In the fanfiction, he wasn't even a horse. It was just him. Like, are you a horse? Oh, that's sad.
It's about Pie siblings accidentally killing their parents and setting off to gather the rest of the pies for the funeral. Wow!
Oopsie doodles.
Ponyville.
Dead parents.
I am floating away.
Sad stuff.
I'm floating away. I'm floating away.
I refuse to make it an angst fest. This isn't cupcakes. I don't know that cupcakes was an angst fest. It was just brutally murdering cute ponies for shock value.
Ponyville.
That's all cupcakes was. Same with like Smile HD, or to some degree maybe a lesser one, Rainbow Factory. Rainbow Factory actually had a story. But yeah.
Bill!
She's so cute. She's just blown away. I like how consistently the ponies are so light that they can't just be carried away by a handful of balloons. Something them and the old man from Up have in common. Didn't somebody one time strap a crap ton of balloons to like a lawn chair and then just actually it became a problem real quick? You'd have no control. It would just be floating away.
It's kind of the intent. Hold on.
I know someone sent garlic bread to space and ate it. So what, they like tied garlic bread to a balloon, let it hit the stratosphere, and then have it come back down, and then they ate it? That'd be fun. Be hard to keep track of it unless you had like some kind of tracking device on the garlic bread, but I could see that.
Okay, here go, Michael.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Just look at the horse.
Look at a horse.
I'll try out.
She's a
I don't know how
horse.
that's good. Okay. I gotta look at the camera.
I am floating away! Goodbye, Ponyville!
Oh no!
I'm
Why
dead.
the balloons pop? No, that would actually work as a short.
I
Just that.
am floating away! Goodbye, Ponyville! I am dead!
I do like that. That's good. Does everybody know?
He says, "I am dead."
I am dead!
I am dead. No. That is good. I like that. That is really good. No, you
Look at it go.
Away! Goodbye, Ponyville! Goodbye, Ponyville!
It actually sounds like she's screaming it. It's perfect. It's so
Yes.
good.
need to short, make that one into a short.
Goodbye, Ponyville! I am dead!
It's short, it's sweet, it's stupid, and I love it.
Rip. That's messed up. Thank you. Thank you. It actually means a lot.
Yes.
Hey, I was told to torture the horse. She's alive. She said she's dead. She can't be dead.
It is hard to admit to when you're dead. Because you're a liar.
Goodbye, Ponyville!
The way she says that is actually so perfect.
No, the 15 AI really came through this.
All the rest were just her being like uninterested, and then that one was just
Yeah.
absolutely perfect.
No, I spend a lot of time, and every once in a while I'll get a perfect line, and I'll be very happy about it.
Okay. I'll go back to this. So, okay. 10 out of 10, dead horse. It's funny. Because she's okay, because I can just load up another one. There's infinite derpies.
Forever Derpies.
Awesome!
I'd say more than half of this video is just
Awesome.
filled with Derpies now.
I'm thinking let's have Pinky not be
As insane?
no, like I'm thinking about having her be, so instead of her being like super happy about it at first, maybe it'd be funnier if she was like let's do a little bit less of the raise, less smirk.
What if she slowly built up to it? A larger range of emotions.
No, she just something like this. I like this.
Yeah. Got a bit more range. I like it.
Awesome.
Or I stretch that out to like.
Awesome.
Yeah, there are very few points throughout the show that Pinky is not smiling, and it's never good.
Yeah, she's not smiling. It's usually followed by like a balloon draining noise.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird to say oddly creeped. It's oddly creepy to see Pinky not smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I want to put it right back to it. Because like this to me is classic Pinky. Like somebody swore it. She's like yes. Like,
It's excited.
it's like Pinky. Do you like? Wait there.
Yes, the little nod is very cute.
Yeah. Do you like parties?
Like, this video might be simple in its concept, but you've managed to pull out so many cute faces and moments in it. People are gonna love this video.
Pinky, there's a party tonight.
Oh, she's so happy.
She's like, oh no. And she's just shaking in fear. And Rainbow is
Rainbow's like
Rainbow had a stroke.
Rainbow fighting. That pooper. Just shaking.
No, Pinky is annoying to animate. When you do it right, it's a thing. It's fun.
That nod is cute. I do like that nod.
I want to, before she does the nod, I might have her build up to like she's getting over, like nervous sighted type thing. Mm-hmm. So
she's gonna take on a lot of gas. I'm gonna get gassy.
I think that works, but I put on too much of it. I think just a little bit of extra. So let's put a little bit like that. Maybe that works better.
No, it's been interesting. I've been cutting back on meals, and the brandy's hitting really hard.
I'm on my second beer and I'm fine. All I had today was a slice of toast with peanut butter on it. Oh no, and the pizza. Before that.
Like, the only thing I had today was the pizza. So, brandy's hitting a little harder, which I don't mind. I feel great. I just want to hug a horse more.
I think I'm going to take all of Pinky except for her head. No, that is her head. Except for her head. There we go. And I'm going to blend this a little bit because after this point, she literally kind of stops moving. And I want to have this kind of round out for a little bit longer. Let's see if this does that. Oh, that didn't. I just realized her legs basically do not bend for this. That was an oversight. Looks like this is the transition point. It looks like this should be, but I don't think it is.
You
so
don't notice it much.
Oh yeah, I do.
I know you do because you like look at it every.
Oh, like you can just you can notice it. Like her legs look like her feet are just locked and they're just sliding.
Oh, her back looks like it's locked up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I need to fix it. So.
Oh, hey, Kel-chan. How are you doing?
Oh, Kel-chan.
Kel-chan, where are you right now?
He's not. He's out of Japan.
You're out of Japan. You should come visit. You're in Maryland.
Maryland.
We'll visit you when next BronyCon. Oh,
There's no BronyCon.
I'm sad. Made me sad.
BronyCon's gone. It's gone, Michael.
I will remember it fondly. I'm gonna be like an old man if I ever make it to being an old man. And
you have, Michael. You've already achieved it.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna go to the Baltimore Convention Center after it's like this rundown old building that's like abandoned and filled with like just rats. And then I'm gonna be like, I remember this place. It was a legendary place.
I feel like you're gonna go to the Social Security office when you're 39, and they're gonna be like, "I wish you withdraw my Social Security." And they'd be like, "You're not old enough." Then look at you and be like, "Oh,
Yeah. Be like, are you sure?
We should make an exception."
Like, are you sure you're 65? Look at me.
Like, we're thinking you're at least 75.
Yes. V, you're in Ukraine? Well, stay safe.
Ukraine? Yeah, yes. I hope you are doing fine.
Well, stay safe. At all, nothing else.
I think that might be a little too much to bend. Yeah, that little downward thing helped a lot.
Can only wish the best for anyone over there right now.
I don't know, the farmers seem to be doing pretty good.
Ones who can score themselves a tank or two.
Or two is the wrong part.
Right.
Supposedly some Russians stole some farm equipment, but it was all locked remotely, so they couldn't even use it.
Which is, yeah, it's crazy John Deere can do that, but at the same time...
Well, that equipment, when you're looking at equipment that's in the millions of dollars...
Yeah, you're going to put some kind of, like, security lock.
Yeah, it's cheap at that point. It's nothing. But thank you again, Generator Boy, for the gift sub to Vita. Thank you very much. Stay safe and gift sub. Yeah. Today, one more flagship Russian fleet was damaged, by the way. Well, that's good. As long as they all blow up, we're all good.
Like, what kind of crazy...
The army, anyway.
What kind of crazy situation does Russia have to be in to be stealing farm equipment? How desperate are they?
Well, the farmers are stealing military equipment.
Yeah, I get
They're just trying to be farmers.
I'm gonna try to retrofit the tractors and tanks. They run better.
Or it might just be like, hey, you stole our stuff, we're gonna steal yours.
Yeah, maybe.
I gotta arrange a cross-country trip when I'm done. I'll have a month after this school before I'm out of country again. Oh, are you going back to Japan, or are you going somewhere else this time? But yes. Well, I know we have Winnie City coming up in a month, which should be interesting. Diego Garcia. I have no idea where that is, actually. Where is that located? Literally at a atoll in the Indian Ocean. Oh, so you'd kind of go, oh, that would be interesting. So, like, the BFE, essentially. Well, I hope that works out well for you. That's very different from, well, if it's like an atoll, then it's probably going to be more Americanized there if the military base is there.
I know when I was visiting Italy, I visited an area just outside of a U.S. military base, and a lot of the restaurants in the immediate area were very much catering to the military base. So if
they have usually a military base that has like the little like kind of city inside of it, it's almost always very American because they want to give people a feel of home.
Like, I think they were talking about how they had a lot of like Mexican restaurants around the military base because that's what the Americans like to eat. So I was in Italy, and there were like a bunch of taco places. It's kind of weird, but and the people from Italy who were there, like, you're not going to find these kind of restaurants anywhere else in Italy. It's just going to be around the military base.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
Yep, because that's what they want to eat.
It's also just when you have people that are traveling overseas, give them a taste of home. And that's understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm good with Pinky. And I think she's turned out pretty good. So I'm okay with her. The only person I really have to add now is... I feel like it's such a copy... Oh, you know what? We have to actually do too. But it's like... It's Blink with Link. You know, these are all kind of blinking in order, but whatever. We haven't put my OC anywhere yet.
You have not. You keep talking about it.
Yeah, I keep doing that. We should do that. I have to reset because I'm on audio library, I think.
I'll still never forget when I went to Venice, Italy. I got off the train into the city itself proper, and the first restaurant, this is a city with tons of authentic Italian restaurants every other 2 feet, and the first restaurant I ran into right off the train was a KFC. It's a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Michael needs an SFM OC.
I have an OC. It's not an SFM, and I have no intention of doing it.
Oh, yeah. So this is the one that's a little complicated to determine. So I eventually, kind of when everything is already done, I wanted to add life to the city. Right now, they are literally like standing amongst the empty apocalyptic Ponyville of the end of the world. There's nothing there but them. That makes no sense. Applejack's going to sneeze. So I want to add some kind of a life to the city, having people walking in the background, essentially having maybe some people sitting on a bench or something. So I think the original thought was when I'm adding the people walking around, I'll just throw myself in amongst them. I had considered, because there's the one shot right here, that you have a good shot of this ledge that I could put my OC up here, kind of looking down. So it's not just a walking person, but somebody that's a little bit more consistent, or like a main, I don't know, a little easier to see, but I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to add something to the backgrounds here. The nice thing is, because you jump from here, which I don't have to add anybody in the background, to this one I would, then back to Applejack and then back here again, it means that I really don't have to worry about continuity, like what characters are maintaining between them, unless somebody is sitting. Then I would. But anybody walking, I wouldn't need to, because they'd probably be out of the shot by then. But I do need to add some stuff there, because otherwise it just feels so empty.
Silver, you're not wrong. That is a accurate statement.
Michael doesn't want an SFM model because he knows Argo would just break his neck. No.
Yeah.
I don't have a crack button.
Also, I kind of agree with him that the male models are kind of ugly.
Yeah, but it's fine because you can use the Argo model.
But then I would use, like, you mean the female model?
You could just make a female OC.
I could. I would like it more.
If you had a female OC,
yeah,
describe it.
The same as the male OC, but cuter. Much cuter and actually likable.
Okay. Is the OC wearing socks?
Yes.
Or do they have juice box?
Yes, they absolutely have to have a box.
Wait, you didn't say yes. You said yes.
Yes. So cute.
Like
I got overwhelmed by the cuteness.
He had a stroke midway through.
Yes.
Anyway.
Is Rule 63 lazy? That's not lazy. That's cuter. Like, depending. I
don't know. Like, when a lot of times when I play a video game, like, I'll play as a female character because I feel like I don't know, I enjoy the experience more of seeing the female playthrough. Maybe it's just from years of always seeing the male playthrough that I like seeing, like, that side of things get so much attention. But I also had a friend that once stated, because he would always play female, and I'm like, why do you always pick like a chick for a character? And he says, because if I have to stare at an ass all day, third person games. And so that was his excuse for it. But like when I was playing Outriders, I played as a female character, and I felt that character just worked much better. I very much enjoyed that voice acting and stuff. Mass Effect had originally a really strong female lead. I
mean, you kind of get a different experience if you play Fallout 4 from the wife's side rather than the husband's side, because she has her own story. Like, he was the military guy, and she was, I think, a lawyer. I think that was her backstory. Like I think she was a lawyer.
But I'm not good about putting myself into becoming a character. It's always about watching somebody else play, and I think it's easier for me to disassociate and play in that role like that when it's a different gender too. But I don't know, I almost always play female characters because I think they're more fun to play.
Like, I'll play the male character if I'm going for like the self-insert, but otherwise it's whatever.
Or Mike, whereabouts do you live to make a plan to possibly visit? We live within the Minneapolis, Minnesota area. So
yeah,
with that's
I'm surprised you didn't already know that, honestly.
Yeah, we're Minneapolis area, so we're just kind of on the outside.
Perhaps at some time. Yeah.
I have every other Friday off, so depending if you wanted to visit, great. Just if it works out the right weekend, I might have an extra day off. So just a heads up on that.
I kind of feel like Minneapolis was like, yeah, I'm not passing through Minneapolis anytime soon.
Minneapolis is one of those interesting ones where, because if you're heading to like Seattle, you're probably going to pass through Minneapolis from the East Coast East Coast.
Heck of a drive.
But if you're heading from Seattle, I don't know, because at that point, if you kept going, you're going to have to like drop south really quick to get past the lakes. So it kind of feels like a weird spot. Wisconsin's in a worse spot for that. Wisconsin's a great drive though. 94 through and 90 through Wisconsin is very pretty. But it's just a transition zone. It's basically a speed limit's like 85, and it's just like, get the hell out of here. It used to be 55. Oh God, my grandparents are about 4.5 to 5 hours away, and it used to take 8 hours when the speed limit was 55 way back as the max speed limit across the nation. That was rough.
Minneapolis feels like a weird city to me because it's not like a super notable city.
I like Minneapolis.
It's a nice city, and it's a fast growing city.
Yes, it is.
Like
because it's not already expensive, but they have a lot of people coming in because the pricing is in that good range of there's a lot of stuff, but it's not expensive. Yeah. And so it's growing fast.
And a lot of businesses are moving here just because it's in a really good place.
Central in the continent.
Yeah, it's central in the continent. It's kind of the dividing city between the Great Lakes and the Mississippi River. It's kind of like the in between. Like if you have stuff in the north and you want to ship it south, you'll go through Minneapolis.
No, I used to hate being here, and I wanted to move. I originally wanted to actually move out to Seattle at some point, doing computer stuff, computer programming. I originally wanted to move out because there's 3 big cities for that, and it's either in California, Texas, or Seattle. And I didn't want to be able to heat, and I didn't want to deal with the high prices, so I was going to do Seattle. And
makes sense.
Then I ended up never really pursuing any of that, so I just stayed where I am. But I grew to stop hating it and just kind of like it and love it the way it is. And so I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon unless some other opportunity pops up elsewhere. So
I hated Kentucky with a passion, and I was happy to leave.
Someday I will have fried cheese curds. Yeah, fried cheese curds outside or
Poutine.
Well, there's poutine too. Well, that's just fried. No, they were not fried cheese curds, but it's cheese curds. But it's one thing to get cheese curds like in the U.S., but it's like saying I'm going to get fish in Iowa. Like are you going to get fish? Yeah. Is it going to be the best fish you've ever had? No.
I never had cheese curds until I moved up here.
Yeah, but you can probably find cheese curds elsewhere, but you're going to get some damn good cheese curds up here.
Like the store, like I guess Dairy Queen kind of has them everywhere, but like going to a store and just seeing a pack of cheese curds, I would say like the grocery store, that's not a thing. Further south.
Well, there's fried cheese in the curds and there's cheese curds. The one fun thing is if you go through Wisconsin, any gas station you stop at will have a refrigerator section from a local cheese place that will be selling cheese curds and like sausage sticks. And so you can get cheese curds literally anywhere, and you're going to get great cheese curds at little mom and pop shop in the middle of nowhere. Which we definitely have done, because when we go to Windy City or Cider Fest, we drive across Wisconsin, and we definitely hit up some of the gas station. We definitely pick up some of the goodies.
It's all cheddar cheese over there in Wisconsin, though.
It's good cheese, though.
Here you get like mozzarella, which is better.
It depends on where you're going and what you're looking for. Squeaky cheese. Oh, yes. I actually know what you're talking about. Yes, a good cheese curd will squeak when you bite into it. I may have to check out Windy City. Yeah, it's actually in a month. Yeah, just under a month. So it's at the beginning of June. It's going to be So
fun.
it's an interesting convention because a lot of the other ones had a lot more time to prep. There was a little bit of background drama that was happening where the person that was originally running the convention was not going to run it anymore, but then the original owner of the convention dropped out and the person that was running it now owns it. So they're kind of having a very last minute preparation for stuff. So while a lot of other conventions might be prepping all year, this one only has a few months by comparison because the person that was running it didn't think they were going to be running it. They're definitely doing catch up, but I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit lower key and a little bit less in some areas because they didn't have the time to do anything with it. But the person running it does great events in general, and I am 100% going for. And they originally said that anybody that was a community guest for 2020 is pre-approved for this time. So, they're very late on announcements. I haven't heard anything yet. Pretty sure if I'm in for that. And I applied for 4 panels in regards to. So, no, it's going to be a good time. It's free parking. It's not in Chicago. It's outside of Chicago. You don't expect to go and hang out in Chicago City. It's not like Winnie City Cider Fest where you're actually in Milwaukee City. No, you're outside Chicago. But it's a fun one. I don't think it's as great as Cider Fest, but it's really hard to beat Cider Fest because Cider Fest is best convention.
Charging Winnie City is the convention that's just outside of Chicago.
Yep, Schaumburg,
Illinois.
Yep, it's if you were to look out the door, you're not going to see the city. It's like a suburb, essentially. So don't think you're going to go outside and just walk the city. Cider Fest is that. That's why Cider Fest is awesome, though, because you are in downtown.
The nice thing about Winnie City, though, is parking is free and is close enough to drive to. So, it's cheap.
What is Winnie City? Oh, okay, yep. You answer that one for you.
Yeah.
Didn't even know there was such a thing as different flavored cheese curds. Oh God, you have no idea. The general cheese curd is the same, but they infuse a lot of stuff with it. You get like jalapeno, parmesan, or not parmesan, garlic, buffalo, chocolate. I've seen before too. I don't know about that. I never had it, but
doesn't sound very good.
No, there's tons of different ones, and they infuse it in with the cheese when it's being made, so that it's kind of like all in there. I like garlic and a lot of those ones too, but standard cheese curds sometimes can just, it's just cheese. So there's only so much that I can have before I'm done. But the flavored cheese curds, oh no. There used to be a place in the Mall of America here called Rubiki's, and they got their cheese from a cheese place in Wisconsin, which actually ended up being by my grandmother. And so we used to get cheese from there all the time, but then Rubiki's in the mall had the cheese there. And so I could just pick up any of the cheese factory cheese. It was great stuff. You're going to pay more for it for sure, but it was amazing cheese. And because of COVID, they shut down, and they were open for probably a decade. And they were a mainstay in that place. They were covered in Packer merchandise, small little hole in the wall with samples you could try. I would buy stuff there probably every other time I was there. And yeah, I'm kind of sad to see it go.
I'm sad to see it go because it was the only place I knew around here that I could find Limburger.
No, you know what? It's okay that they shut down now.
No, the best sandwich in the world. No. And I made it one time for him, and it
smelled like poop.
It did not smell like poop.
Okay, it smelled like armpit.
Maybe, but it was still tasty.
It smelled like armpit.
It was my favorite sandwich in the whole world. Is 2 pieces of rye bread and toasted with Limburger cheese, a big slice of onion, and I mean just a thick slice, solid through onion, and then liverwurst.
So
and then you put it on a panini maker.
If you had to name 3 things that are immensely aromatic, onion, Limburger cheese, and liverwurst.
Yes, it's the most German sandwich on the planet, and it is delicious, and I love it so much.
I mean, it tasted okay, but the feeling in my nose just killed it for me.
Really? I think I love that aroma.
I'm thinking it's almost, it smells like armpit.
It's I feel like I'm in an old timey
bathhouse.
No,
it smells like a bathhouse.
I feel like it's a German
bathhouse. It's a German bathhouse.
It's not. It's delicious. I love
German
it.
bathhouses are delicious.
No, that sandwich is delicious. And I just want like to drink a beer with it and just eat like 2 or 3 of them.
What about my Reubens?
And they're fine. They're not nearly as aromatic.
No, well, I hope not.
That smell adds to the flavor of it so much.
Actually, I feel like because Michael is already, as we know, what do they call that? Not a narcissist, but where you enjoy pain.
I don't know.
What is that called?
A masochist.
See, you already knew it.
Yes.
You would only know it if he was.
I've been accused of it many times. But no.
Continue on, please.
That sandwich, like you said, it's extremely potent. But that potency is flavor. That is a ton of flavor.
I can take a crap onto a piece of bread if you want.
That is not remotely the same.
I don't know. It's potent. And that potency is flavor.
Limburger cheese tastes good. Onion tastes good. Dark rye bread tastes good, and so does liverwurst. And but it's all very powerful flavors and smells, and I love it. Reubens are good. They're not nearly as.
Reuben is good. Reuben is, yes, Grizz guy, 100%. We had a discussion like a while back about like what's your favorite food. If I had to pick like one food to eat for the rest of my life, a good Reuben, 100%. I love Reubens so much. It's such a complex flavor that you can do in so many ways, and oh my god, I love Reubens.
It's not as complex as the Limburger cheese and liverwurst sandwich.
Okay, I will agree. Yes, that is very complex. But I mean, you could put a dirty diaper on a piece of bread, and that's a pretty
dirty diaper. You ate those sandwiches.
I did it because
if I made a poop sandwich, you wouldn't have eaten it, no matter how nice you were trying to be.
Probably.
He's like trying to be nice. You'd eat the poop sandwich. I wouldn't eat the poop sandwich. I don't care.
No, I used to absolutely think that what do you call it? Sauerkraut was disgusting, and that Reubens would be disgusting. And then like I ended up having. All it takes is a good experience with something to make you like it. I used to hate beer, and then like a friend of ours brought over some actually like really good beer. It's not just one that is like, it's okay, but one that was like made me go, whoa, this is actually really good. And then that like flipped the switch on my palate to know what to look for, and now actually I'm drinking a lot more beers and stuff. So it's just all it takes is one good experience. And I used to hate Reubens until I had an amazing Reuben, and then it was like a complete game changer.
That same friend really turned me on to like sour beers, and I used to hate beers too.
I think that he did the same thing with you, whereas that same beer night was where you just had a normal beer and it was like, this is pretty good, and then it got you thinking and you decided to try other things.
I found out I really like sour beers.
We make at home here some. I'll pick up if I can find a whole hunk of corned beef, I will. Otherwise, I'll buy like sliced corned beef. It's just super expensive. It's like $17 a pound at our local place. Super expensive. But I'll just fry up the corned beef for a second, or not a second, with a little bit of butter, grass-fed butter, because I do fancy stuff, on the oven. Let it sit for a little while, get a little like warmed up, and seared on the edges. They put it down with a good amount of Swiss cheese, sauerkraut that has been drained to the liquid as much as possible because I don't want a wet sandwich. And then I like with a good amount of Thousand Island, we get some, I forgot, it's like a Jewish marble rye bread that I like getting, and then put it in with some butter and then drop it in the pan and like sear both sides of the bread, like get a good toast on there with a little bit of butter. Oh, it's so good.
I haven't made a Reuben in a little while, but I tend to bake mine when I cook it. And I make them in the oven.
That could work. I like mine on the stove because I think that butter really adds some flavor.
Well, I'll toast the bread first in the oven, and then I'll put it all together, and then just kind of cook it all through. That's just the one big difference. And I'll get like a loaf of bread, like an uncut loaf, and then I'll slice it down the center, and just kind of make a sub out of it.
A sub Reuben?
Yeah.
That sounds like you just want a lot of food and you're finding, like, no, I don't know about that.
You don't have to eat the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know about a sub, like, because it's rye. I don't know how that would work in a sub.
It's hard to find, like, a loaf of rye.
Yeah, actually, like, there's so many times that I had to pick up that, like, the dark rye, the pure, like
well, that's
brown
fine.
one.
That's still good rye.
Yeah, and it still worked, but because I couldn't find marble, there was only a Target one brand in 2 different versions of rye.
I actually prefer the dark rye.
It was actually hard to figure out which one was better. The dark rye had I don't know if I would like it more on its own, but in a Reuben, actually good.
I like a dark rye with all the seeds and stuff still in it. Like, just something that looks like it came out of, like, a 16th century bakery.
I tried getting a more like fresh bread. It was drier. That the specific Jewish brand, I say Jewish because that's actually what it says in there. It's like a Jewish, like, kosher thing, is just really good. It's so good for rye.
Yeah.
Gorilla Reuben, yeah, that's what we do. Put a little butter on there, and you put it on both sides. I go until it starts smoking because I want to make sure that it's, like, maybe even slightly burnt a little bit. But I also, he made fun of me for it, but I put my cheese in the sun.
Yeah, he sunned his cheese.
I sunned my cheese, but it was because I was trying to get it to warm up, and unless I hold it to try to, because it's in the fridge, the sun was coming through the window on the table, and it was just an easy way to put it there.
Cheese,
and he was trying to get a picture, and I removed it so he couldn't. I have video.
He's like, so you're sending cheese. He's like explaining all this to me. I'm like, that's great. He sees me slowly pulling out my phone because I'm about ready to take pictures of this. It's like sunning the cheese nonsense.
It worked. It actually did help warm it up, because if it's cold when you put it on the oven or in the stove, it's not that on the grill, it's going to just get it from cold to lukewarm. It's not going to melt it. So I want to get it warmer so that it actually will melt, and it does make a difference on the texture. So I've made quite a few different Reubens, so I've gotten down what works and what doesn't.
The science
of Reubens.
I don't know. I'll have to bake my Reuben again sometime.
So Rainbow kind of looks like she's kind of just like pivoting, but the transition when I actually work on that is going to have a dip that basically hides the fact that it's kind of doing that rocking thing. So
I'm gonna get another drink.
I'll take one.
Okay.
It's an 8.3 beer, but whatever. I'm gonna take a sip of water though. No, it's bread. Bread. Dark Cry. Is that a Pokemon? Actually, when you say it like that, then yes, it does sound like a Pokemon name. I've seen it go to Sociables. Yes. Actually, last time we were there, we went to Indeed, which is the beer I'm drinking is from Indeed. It's in a Mexican Honey, and they are like 4 blocks away. Not even, I think. It was just around the corner, and so we went there last time. They were really busy, but when we got there, a lot of people were hanging out outside, so the inside was kind of open, and so we took a seat inside, and then it immediately started raining, and everybody came inside and filled the place up, but we had a really good table. It kind of felt like a dick move, but to our favor, so whatever. Stop, I already ate. I'm gonna want to eat again. Reuben's so good though. You gotta let me know when you go to Sociables. We were there a couple weeks ago. We don't have any plans right now. If I had to take a guess, it's probably gonna, the weather's getting nice and they have a really nice outside sitting area, so if we do, it probably will be soon. This is the perfect weather for it. If you get there at noon when they open, they have a padded pallet sitting area outside that's fairly comfortable, that is blocked by the sun by trees, and is the only real spot that works for that. And if you get there right when they open, you can get that spot, and it's just a gorgeous sitting outside. And if you want another drink, you'll literally walk 10 feet. It's like, well, okay, maybe like 20, but it's really close. So yeah, it's a good time. It's a really good time. I just wanted them to bring back their mead. That was kind of the thing that I always liked getting from there. And they haven't had it in a while because apparently their back room is a mess and they don't know where the barrel is, which is kind of disturbing, but it's COVID stuff. Who knows? Use mayo instead of butter on grilled cheese. Like on the side that you put on the grill or inside the sandwich? I can see inside the sandwich. I don't know about grilled like that. What is sociables? Sociables. Hello, Derby. So I live in Minnesota. Is I don't know if I put an E in there, but it's a local cidery. And so they are located in Minneapolis here. And, the Superior is another thing. Squad is another thing. I don't really care about their actual cider. Our ciders, there we go. So they're bicycle focused. So all the stuff they have is kind of focused on bikes. So it's freewheeler, training wheels, hopper wheelie, skinny tire, that kind of stuff. But this is their best thing. They actually do meads as well. Very good. But they haven't had it in a while. It's kind of sad. The Road Rash, raspberry lemon, very good as well. Hibiscus Rose, I'm kind of not big a fan of. Rusty Chain is good. Fat Bike, that's more of a seasonal drink. Hopper Wheelie has hops in it, so not my thing. Skinny Tire I haven't really had. Training Wheels, Hazy Blueberry, very good. Very much like that one. Freewheelers is their standard. They're just located in North Minneapolis here, so. But then just across the street, right about I think it's right around here. No, it's right here. This is where Indeed is, right at that spot. So they're really close too. So, but yes, they are very good.
I'm not a bargain. I do my best.
I gotta wait a minute. Okay. But no, they're just a local cidery, but they do mead. They do very good mead when they have it on tap anyway.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And they do actually some beers here and there, and they've had like a couple different beers that are very good. They had a nitro stout not long back that was just amazing, and and I ended up getting a full growler full of it. Sounds great. I've never had cider before. So the one reason I like sociables is if you've ever had, and you said you never had cider, but if anybody's had an Angry Orchard is kind of that like everybody cider, but it is super sugary. It is very sweet. Sociables, their thing is we don't add any sugar. So it's whatever sugar comes out of the apple. So it's going to be much more tart and not nearly as sweet. So for some people, it's like, this isn't my thing. But it's just all the natural flavors that come with things. But it means, though, that if you're trying to diet, a full can, so this would be the equivalent, because this is the same size can, of cider, would only have about 8 grams of sugar. Well, if you were to do this from Angry Orchard, you're probably looking at 50 to 60. Significantly less sugar. Well, thank you very much, Clumsy. She goes.
Oh, she's right away.
She's riding away with you.
Yes.
Yeah, wait a minute.
My dreams.
Well, thank you very much, Bus. No, it was Bus. Sorry, Clumsy said something afterwards. Cheers, what we drinking tonight? I'm drinking Indeed Mexican Honey. Michael is drinking, I think, brandy and Coke.
Brandy and Dr. Pepper.
I told you can use one of my Zevias.
Yeah, I have Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Because that is the fanciest of drinks, is brandy mixed with Dr. Pepper.
Was it Diet Dr. Pepper or Dr. Pepper Zero?
Zero, because Zero is much better.
Oh, yes.
It's harder to find. Every time I go to the store, there's like a 25% chance of finding it.
Anytime I know one of my coworkers is going to be in, she loves Dr. Pepper Zero, and if I go to the gas station to pick up a coffee, I'll check the fridge, and about 50% of the time they'll have a Dr. Pepper Zero, and I'll just pick them up.
They'll
one.
always have Diet Dr. Pepper, but Dr. Pepper Zero is kind of a up in the air.
Zero is better.
Zero is better, but I think a lot of people are creatures of habit. So that if they've been drinking Diet, they'll continue drinking the Diet.
No, the reason the Zero sells out is because most people found out it is better.
Yeah.
Like, better than regular Dr. Pepper, even.
I'd put it on par taste-wise with regular Dr. Pepper, but regular Dr. Pepper is a lot more sugar and calories that I don't need.
Also, it's just better. Like, I find Coke Zero tastes better than regular Coke.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to drink it because it's low calorie. I'm going to drink it because it tastes better.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good cider place. Might grab a beer tonight. Beers are good. I wish I had a picture of what their outside area looks like here.
Probably can. Nah, can't.
Oh, this is their inside. Okay, they definitely like put a sepia filter on that, but it hasn't really changed, and it kind of looks a little wet. But the door's
like
right
they
there to
just
go
mopped all the
outside.
floors.
They probably just mopped. That does look a little weird. I'm not going to go with that one. Ah, here we go.
There's the outside. Are we?
No, this is old.
Oh yeah.
This is very old. This is when they used to have this. There's a whole bunch of tanks over here and a couple more seatings, and they have. No, that's old. No, go back.
I was half expecting to see us on shot as often as we used to go.
We actually we were going there so much that we started. No, they stopped checking our IDs and they just called us the crew.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more Nope, that's still old. They didn't. That's the door
All
in.
these pictures are pretty old. But
The Curious Goat. That is very old.
yeah, I don't. Even
Is there?
that-
There's no new pictures.
They don't need them. They just have all the old ones.
Well, that's kind of disappointing. The one cool
No,
thing
that one's
is,
pretty new, isn't it?
no, that's not very new. They do some events. The one, I was trying to think of what to say. They have during all of COVID, they would still kept their outside area open because they could, and even during the winter, they keep the outside area open, and they'll set up barrel fires, and they'll bring out actual like wood blocks, put them in the barrels, and they'll light them for you and keep a fire going. We were out there one time when it was like 15 degrees, and we were there for 3 hours. We would go get some drinks and stand by the barrel fire. It was
Really nice.
It was actually really nice because they get the big empty like reel tables, so they're like for the big cables. The table goes up to like normal table length, and on top of that they put like a half barrel with the wood inside, so you get a good wood fire, you get drinks, you never really are cold because you're out there with the fire. So it's really nice.
There was one night I couldn't feel my feet after.
Well, yeah, because we were there about 3-something hours,
Yeah,
but that was because Kyle was doing basic training and he was back for Christmas vacation. He had a couple of weeks, and so we went there the day he came back, and I think the day before he left. So we just, whatever the weather was, we went. We were kind of restricted on time.
It was fun. I just wish I had worn like a couple extra layers of socks.
I think I'm gonna just go with Rainbow as she is here. I don't think I need to mess with it too much.
So what's new?
So what's new with you and Argo and Michael? I had an audit this week at work. That was well. I think they had actually 6 findings, which isn't the greatest, but they're all minor, which usually means they're not anything to deal with, and it's how complicated they are to deal with, and they're all but one are kind of easy. But for the auditor that I had to deal with, we had 4 auditors in site for all week. That was complicated. My auditor had no findings. I did great. I was helping in the room about half the time, but I've done that like a dozen times, so whatever. But no, we did really, really good. We actually got kudos from my boss's boss's boss, the person that runs the building for a multi-billion-dollar company. So I got kudos. So
Yeah.
it went good. Other than that, we're trying to potentially sell this place and move into another place. Haven't figured out what that place is yet, but the options are out there, and still trying to catch up from BabsCon. So, yeah.
I did get told today that the prospects on that are pretty good.
Prospects are what?
Prospects on that are pretty good.
No, I talk with him.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, me I got bit by a Sasquatch. Yeah.
Is that like a werewolf?
Yeah, I'm a Sasquatch now.
You're a were-squash?
A Sasquatch, yeah. Yeah. I'll turn into a Sasquatch on the full moon during a leap year. But only on the day of the leap year if it's a full moon. So I don't know how often that happens.
This is like being born on February 29th.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
You're like, you only have a birthday every 4 years.
Yeah. But this is like only like on a leap year
Ohio.
if it's a full moon at the same time. So it has to be like that day, full moon. Not common. But if I become a Sasquatch, I will eat everyone in my immediate vicinity. So just be like aware of that.
Awesome!
Good guy, no, we're I'm not planning to move very far. I have family around here. I like the area. I have a good job. It's more of we have another renter that wants to come in, and I need more space. I'm kind of bursting at the seams for what I could do here with where I am. I'm basically in a living room with like shoved against the corner because that's basically the space that works out, and our podcast setup is in my bedroom, taking up 2/3 of it. It's rough, so we want to move into a bigger space, and somebody else is going to move in to offset it a little bit. But I just have a couple things to potentially work out, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, whatever.
I just want a pinball machine.
And yes, and I want to try to have like a gaming type area, which is where I would stream. But if we have enough space, yes. I told Michael that if he buys his own pinball machine, he can have a pinball machine.
Yay! I've always wanted a pinball machine. That's like been my dream since I was a kid.
And now you can actually like potentially afford it.
I can afford it. It's just having space for it.
Yeah, definitely not now. But
They are like $2,000 for a decent one. But
well, and if something breaks, who fixes it? Oh, yeah, you're whatever.
I could fix it.
Yeah, I feel the same way about my state as well. All my family are here. Yeah, well, it's not just because I have family, but I have two of my siblings have nieces and nephews, so they have, and there's 5 of them in total. And I'm already the furthest out from my family by far, but anywhere closer gets difficult for some things. So I feel like I'm kind of still stuck in this area for a bit, but I really like the area I'm in. So I really don't want to move too far from here, but if the right place comes up.
Plymouth is nice.
I like Plymouth. Yeah, it's a really nice city. So you rent your own? No, I own it. I bought it 2.5 years ago. Before that, we were renting. I bought it just before the COVID stuff happened and all the market started going nuts. So I bought it when it was low, and now the value is up like 25-30%. So well, that sounds great. It also means that any place I'm looking to buy is also up 25-30%. But when it comes to down payments and you're looking at doing 20%, the 25 to 30% that increase on the value of where I am is straight money that I could put into the 20% down somewhere else. So it means that while I only put like 11% down where I am now, I can take that difference, cash it out, move it to some place that costs much more, and hit the 20% margin. Therefore, you don't have to pay PMI or mortgage insurance, which is basically if you didn't hit 20%, you have to pay monthly and to a certain point of money that you never see in back. It's just money that's wasted. So I can hit that margin and it'll work out. So I got in at a really good time. I wish I would have been in a bigger place when I did that. If I would have known things were coming up, I definitely would have. But you deal with the hand you're handed. So finally can afford more thing now that I got a good job. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's always nice. Feeling comfortable with what you're making and being able to wanting to do is always good. There are a lot of nice places near Grand Avenue, but a little expensive. No, I'm basically looking Western cities. I used to have a smaller area. I'm very much wider on that, but yeah, I'm looking. The market right now, because mortgage rates jumped up, is flooding. Nobody wants to buy anything, so the market, there's tons of stuff out there. The problem is then mortgage percentages are higher, but apparently through my work, they have a credit union and the rates are actually pretty damn good. So it offset some of the risk that I'd be taking on. So, but anyway, that's you have no idea how much stuff I've been looking into the last couple of weeks. That's why some of this stuff has been like, I've had so much stuff to do because I've been trying to figure this out too. So
yeah, it is kind of crazy how quick everything's moving all of a sudden.
Awesome.
It was like this thing that was kind of happening, and now it kind of is like really happening.
Kind of happened, the moving thing?
Yeah.
Only because I made one phone call. And
that one phone call's made a lot of progress.
If it ends up being that somebody that might buy it is going to buy it, then I would very quickly start doing pre-approval process and stuff, but it's probably going to be a week or so. So, but if it works out, it works out, because Minnesota, this is going into like mortgage stuff, but okay. Minnesota is a state that the seller pays most of the fees. The buyer pays whatever if I was a buyer and I was buying directly from somebody, I might have to pay some real estate attorney fees, but otherwise that might just be like $1,000 or something to pay for some of that. Well, a couple grand maybe. But if you have a realtor involved, you're going to have to pay a bit more for the realtor, but otherwise your fees aren't that bad as a buyer. As a seller, Minnesota is a state where the seller pays most of everything. So if I was going to sell something, I have to pay for the showing of the place that I'm at, most of the real estate attorney fees, all the taxes on everything. So while say for the range that I'm in right now, if you were to buy a place, you're maybe going to spend $3,000 to $4,000 on buying fees, realtor fees. Selling, you're looking at more like 20 grand. But if you can find the person before the realtor to sell to, you can save a significant amount of money on both sides because you do not have to get a third party involved. You still have to get a real estate attorney because paperwork's complicated, but you don't have to have somebody else doing all the work of prepping your place, bringing people in, that hourly thing, that's gone. So it can be expensive. Other states might work differently, but Minnesota's kind of one way. As many people buying houses sight unseen and then selling that said house to another party for like an extra 20-30% above market. If that works, the only time that the government really wants to get involved is you're selling something below market. Because if say the house on the market is $300,000 on average, that's what the market would say it's at, and you sell it to somebody for $250,000, the government might say, hey, wait a second, this isn't right, and you're allowed to give like I think $15,000 as a gift to somebody within a year before they would start requiring certain taxes. And so you can get away with the $15,000, but anything after that you might actually have to pay taxes on because you are getting a benefit from that. It's a really weird thing. Like that's why you get a real estate attorney. Oh my god.
What? It's cool.
She's got derpy. Also, living in a hotel has its ups and downs. The downs of being internet speed. Well, yeah, but they're paying for your hotel, aren't they? I'm at the point where I have to live off of whatever can fit in 3-place luggage set. So naturally, I have a new gaming laptop. My Quest 2 along with uniform stuff. Oh yeah, that actually is probably a really good setup. I actually just got a Zephyrus G14. It was like a 3060 Ryzen 9 for travel SFM type thing, but it was still towards the cheaper end, and it's holy crap, can that thing beef out some performance. Gaming laptops have come a long way in the last couple of years.
Awesome.
Damn it, Michael.
I'm having fun.
I'm happy for you having your own place and hope that your new home works out for you. Well, we'll have to see. Hasn't happened yet. There's a lot of check boxes that need to be checked before like the final checkbox that actually starts off the whole process. Right now it's just a lot of conversation, but I'm just out of space. We need to talk about real estate. I'm looking to buy a house in the future and need some advice. I want just a simple kitchen, bedroom, and a gaming room for a gaming and SFM needs, like a studio. I'm not an expert in regards, but I did learn some things, but I'm not going to definitely go into them here because where you're located at and stuff makes a difference. But rent, if you're... Yeah, I could go on for a while on some stuff. That's where realtors come in handy because I had a lot of questions and I just didn't know. And so I ended up sitting down at my bank and they said, hey, the guy mortgage guy's not here. Can we have him call you? And so he called me and I think I talked with the guy for like an hour about what my questions were. And then he recommended a realtor. I contacted him. That guy was great. I mean, all realtors are probably going to be great because if they're not, they're probably not going to do realting. And they just help me answer all my questions in regards. Definitely anytime you have a big serious question, also Google it a little bit, verify if that answer is correct, because they could kind of like maybe give you an answer that's beneficial to them. But most of the time, especially as a buyer, they're going to be for your side more often than not. So, because they're not really getting anything out of it. It's the selling part that they really benefit, depending on where you live. But if you're unsure of things, a realtor wants your business. Call somebody, ask them questions, figure out. They'll say, "What are you looking for?" and they'll give you the realistic idea as to what could work for you.
Derby Acres, yes. I will establish Derby Acres.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, there's no way I can actually give you good advice. If it gets over 11,000, you have to pay a tax on it. Yeah, I can't remember. I remember saying 15. Technically, though, any money you make is taxable. Gifting is a weird thing, and that's a very different area, and it gets more complex from there. But yeah, realtors are there to help. If you're not sure, check with them. And if you want to keep it cheap, just look up like a realtor whose name is the name of the business. Don't just go to some big name place because you're probably going to pay a little bit more. But yeah, it's they're there to answer questions, and they know the market. I sat down with my realtor, I think, for a good hour and a half, just going through like, what are you looking for, what is possible, and they gave me their insight as to is that possible and whatever. It was very helpful. The mortgage guy too, great. Oh my god, the guy I talked with was super, not just knowledgeable, but just the answers he gave were what I was looking for, and that helps.
Awesome.
It looks like he's trying to escape.
No, he's having fun. He's happy. He's watching a video. No, it's not. Stop this. He's being adorable.
When did you get that one?
This one? Oh, I've had this one for a while. Heck. Before I moved... yeah, I had this back in Kentucky. This is one of the ones that came up with me. I got it at, oh, heck, which one was it? I think it was... I'm trying to remember. It was the one... There was a few, like, short videos you did where you put glasses on Derpy. Because Yasha put glasses on a Derpy plush. And it was that convention I bought this Derpy. I can't remember which one that was, though.
At BronyCon?
It might have been BronyCon. I remember the vendor hall being much smaller.
Yeah, it's not BronyCon.
So it wasn't BronyCon. It had to have... I think it might have been MLP MSP 3.
I don't know if they were there or not. I remember that vendor hall.
Yeah, I remember being in the vendor hall. The glasses on the Derpy.
3, not F, right?
It would have been 3, not F.
Okay, yeah, I can't remember that one well enough.
I can't remember if Yasha was there or not. I know it was one of... It was either that
I think he was, because I think we premiered a Doors there.
Yeah.
I think we premiered Doors 2.
Because I don't think it was Ciderfest or Winnie City, and it definitely wasn't BronyCon, and the only other one I've been to, besides BAB recently, was MLP MSB. So I'm thinking it was 3.
Not 2019.
And I remember having to get this Derpy home on a bus.
Okay, yep. So this was the premiere of oh wow, that was dark. So that's not going to work out too great. But yeah, this was the premiere of Doors 2. So yeah, I have a recording of all 3 Doors premieres. And this was the recording of the Doors 2 premiere. It's a dark room, but I couldn't really do anything about it because it was just dark.
When
room.
the lights turn on, do you see me disenter? I see Giz.
There's Giz. You're going to be behind there probably then.
Probably going to be behind Giz.
Oh yeah, you're right there.
Oh,
There's
there
Michael.
Yeah,
He's wearing a derby hat.
Wearing a derby hat. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there you are.
Holding my head for... I was thinking I was cracking my knuckles on my head.
I think that you were like annoyed by all the horse.
Yes.
And you were trying to block it out.
It was corrupting my brain.
Is that Joe? I think that's Joe.
Yeah. What year was that? That was a while ago.
No, that was 2016.
Holy crap, we've been doing this too long.
Yeah, because I have all the premieres of all the doors. So what I would do for all the doors was I would record it live, and then anybody that had provided content for doors, I would send a link to watch it so that they could be a part of the live premiere.
That was MOP MSP 3?
That was number 3, not F.
Okay. Oh man, I've had this. If I've had this derby since then, I've had this derby for a while.
I'm trying to get her to go like below, but she's kind of just gets to her low, like normal level, and then stops. It's still too far back. I think I go lower, but not further back. I don't think even with the legs bent, that's going to be enough. That might work. I've never played Elden Ring.
It's Dark Souls a bit, essentially.
Yeah, I know it's Dark Souls, but Dark Souls types games aren't my thing. For some people, it is great, awesome. Not my thing. I am really big into JRPGs, open world, and roguelites. Those are my big ones. Which Elden Ring is kind of a roguelite, but but not my kind of game. I don't like ones like that.
I like the JRPGs. I like the open world, and I like turn-based strategy. Those are mine.
I like turn-based, but it just kind of usually those are games that require time. I do need to get.
It's kind of like board games. You have to learn them. They take. Like, just jumping into one of those games with somebody who's played a lot, you'll basically just get tromped. And then it's like, you're 3 hours in. It's like Civ games.
Oh, no, it depends if it's multiplayer or not, really.
Yeah. Well, like, I can do a single player of Civ 5 in about 3 hours, but if I do multiplayer, it's the whole day.
Well, you have to wait for everybody else to do their turn, too. Yeah. That's going to delay things for sure.
Yeah.
Plus, then it feels like all the choices you make have larger consequences, and so you're going to think more on the things you do. And
Though, if you've played the game, like, I think I have probably close to 1,000 hours in Civ 5 or more, so it's all pretty. I know what I'm going to do.
It's fun, but it's hard. I like the challenge. No, that's understandable. Like, that's the whole point of the game is if it's hard, people like the game because it's hard. And that's fine. It's just not, I've never found it to be my thing. Like John, a friend of ours, if you watch the podcast, he's on there. He found that he loves those type of games. And so he played like some of the original Dark Souls, and he played playing through some of those. I couldn't. It's just, I like games where I feel like I like stuff. I like games where there is lots of stuff and lots of things to find. You gather lots of. It's like klepto games where you can get lots of things to unlock.
Banjo-Kazooie and stuff.
No, not those type. Like I've been enjoying. Me and Kyle have been playing Dying Light 2, and so this is a game where there's just like items and everything. But sometimes you have to be very sneaky, and sometimes you can be more combat oriented. But it's where you can gather lots of items and then use those items to make other things. And it's like I very much enjoy some of those. So, but I've been Giz got me Gizmo, a friend of ours, got me Vampire Survivors. That one's been fun. It really anything roguelike or roguelite are kind of my thing. Ones that you can just do a game in like 30 minutes. It's really nice. Because it's nice to be able to play a game and then do a round and be like, okay, I'm good, and then move on to something else. Deep Rock isn't a roguelike, but it's very... It's
kind of.
I wouldn't call it such, but I could see elements of it. But it's a 4-player multiplayer co-op experience,
which is fun,
and you're working towards a bigger goal. But yeah, no, I like those ones too.
The game just needs some ponies in it, and then we'll be better.
Of which Michael is working on.
I've been actively working on it for 3 months now. That game needs ponies. I actually was watching a live stream this morning of somebody using my little pip mod. I was quite pleased.
Somebody's validating your work.
Well, they're making use of the effort I put in. Yeah. I got that mod working, and then I kind of abandoned it, but hey, it works.
I've heard the new Lego Star Wars game is pretty good. I've never played any Lego Star Wars game, but I watched my niece and nephews play an older one. I think like episode 1 one's on Wii or something. And they were definitely having fun, and it definitely looked like a good game. Lego's done some pretty good video game stuff.
It's like decent, like silly kid humor from what I've seen of it.
Sometimes that's better humor.
Yeah.
Having adult humor usually means either a violence or sex.
Yeah.
So it's nice having sometimes what they would consider to be kid humor.
They'll demonetize you. Pretty sure.
Yeah, don't even get me started.
No, it's YouTube's in a weird place right now.
Yeah, don't even get me started on YouTube. They're
great and they never do anything wrong.
It says you. No, YouTube's a bitch.
I think they're trying to please everybody, and then by doing so, they're pleasing nobody.
Well, if you had to please somebody that was giving you no money and another one that was giving you $1,000, who would you please more?
Do you think that's what they're doing?
Well, no. Are you going to please your advertisers? Or you're going to please your advertisees?
I think the advertisers would want to advertise on everything.
No, the advertisers don't want to advertise on the content that is risky. Like, say it's a video about gun control, and then suddenly it says, drink Budweiser. Or not even gun control, but a guy shooting guns for fun.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to be associated.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's why they got a very complicated question thing that comes up when you put out any video about, like, here's these 9 categories, and within each category there's like 3 or 4 questions, and it's saying which of these are true to your video so that they can verify whether or not you meet advertiser or whatever. But YouTube can decide, we don't agree with your results, the questions you answered, and we're going to change them to this. If you can appeal, but we're always going to say no.
Yeah, and it's pretty obvious they barely look at it when you appeal. Because you can have a good point.
They used to. Appeal. It used to be for Copa that I could basically put an appeal that said, like, I like kittens, kittens are nice, and they would say appeal accepted. Now it feels like you could say my video is full of sex, violence, prostitutes, explosions, and men being dismembered and their limbs set on fire. And they'd be like, we're sorry, but it's still set for kids.
Yeah. They're being difficult right now.
They got very difficult in the last few months. And like Agril put out a thing for it. I put out a thing recently for it because my videos have been affected significantly in the last couple months where I don't know what to do.
YouTube actually responded to Agril's thing.
Really? What did they say?
On Twitter. They said they're going to look into it.
No, they can, but I agree. I think it was Linus Tech Tip said one thing of, if you have to go to a separate medium and bug the crap out of somebody using influence that you have in that market to make a difference, then the system is broken.
No, and it's definitely broken, but like, what are you going to do about it? I mean, you have to, if that is what gets their attention, then that's.
But that fixes your problem. Does it fix anybody else's?
Not in the immediate.
No, because if you're, say, like, so I'm like, what, 250,000 subscribers? I'm maybe in the top, like, if I had to take a guess, 10 to 15% for YouTube in terms of subscriber count. That being that a majority is very, like, sitting in the, like, 10 to 15 newer account type thing. And YouTube's not going to give a shit about them. And do you think they have push? No. But now they got to deal with this crap, because it's one thing to say you demonetize, then we're not going to put any demonetization on your account. But when you market for kids, you are restricting the audience that you are being advertised to. Therefore, you are having low interaction. You're having lower distribution of your content, which then affects the algorithm and how much it will distribute to other people. So I put out a thing before of like less than 1% of the people in my audience are kids. And by catering to kids, therefore they are restricting advertising to a 1% of the audience, and that is killing metrics. That is killing distribution of content.
Yeah.
So by doing such, everything is going to drop because that one video or a couple videos are now going to be so highly restricted that the algorithm is going to go, oh, well, nobody's watching his content. Well, guests don't need to recommend his stuff. And that's where it gets difficult.
Like,
it's not just about the single videos themselves, but what it does to your overall channel viewership.
Like, as far as My Little Pony is concerned, like, especially the G4 characters, yeah, maybe its primary audience was 10-year-olds, but that was now 12 years ago. Those 10-year-olds are in their 20s. So, the vast majority of people probably consuming My Little Pony content aren't kids. Really. It's kind of like Garfield. Like, sure, Garfield was probably made for children initially, but everybody who still watches and enjoys Garfield is probably all in their, like, 50s.
I don't think Garfield was ever made for kids. I think that was made for depressed individuals.
Well, it is about a depressed individual who lives with his cat. So, it's just like people tend to grow up with the content they enjoyed when they were younger. Yes, I was 28 when I started watching My Little Pony, but that's besides the point. Point is, like, this is a broader medium now.
Everyone there pleasing is the leader and probably the people in charge the last YouTube rewinds. Well, I wouldn't agree with that, but it's probably they're trying to please the people giving them money. Because YouTube, as far as I know, doesn't really make money. I think they might have in the last couple of years, but they never really make money. They're used to help promote other stuff. It's like you can have a product that actually loses money, but if the cost of making such, because when in combination of your other production and other things that are around, end up being that it's negligible, then that loss might be beneficial. And for YouTube, it feels like that is the way that is too. Do they lose? Maybe. But the advertising and the breadth of options that they give advertisers for their whole platform outside of just YouTube might be what makes it worthwhile. So we're going to fix that pothole someday. Yeah, but a lot of what's wrong with YouTube isn't YouTube. What's wrong with YouTube is COPA. And COPA is an American law. That COPA was written very bad, and YouTube is just dealing with it. I only can blame YouTube for a portion of the problem. The law is the problem. Well, they're handling it poorly, but the law was written poorly, and a poorly written law that is in law still has to be followed. And they're just going to have to do what YouTube has to do, whatever they can to follow a poorly written law.
They're trying to do something so they don't get in trouble, but it's like they're not really sure how to go about it.
Yeah, they don't know because the law is horrible.
Yeah. It
is written immensely broadly, and so YouTube is handling it broadly. And that might be to my detriment, but then YouTube can be like, hey, it's not our fault. COPA's doing it. Yeah, but the COPA is kind of a result of YouTube not caring too much before too. So it's both sides are to blame, but I will not blame YouTube 100% for it. A lot of it is on COPA and the lawmakers that have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
COPA is basically what spurred YouTube to do what they're doing.
You know, it didn't spur them to, it required them to.
Yeah. But I feel like at the same time, they're not really enforcing it in the sense that YouTube's definitely botching it and they don't care.
I really don't know if they're botching it. I think that they're doing what they see as the requirement and requires of them. And
well, they're definitely like saying that explicit content is for kids.
It's because the requirement states something about things that are likely for kids to click.
Yeah.
If it's cartoony and it's fun and it's pony, maybe it is. Doesn't it contain blood and violence? Is that written into the law specifically? I don't know. Maybe it is that the law states that it is more broad about encompassing more than such than less. So, I don't know. Lawmakers who are in the 60s, yeah, all lawmakers are old. They're all old farts that have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the case in everything. It's always going to be that way. Because usually the people that are getting there are people that have spent their whole life making tons and tons of money. And what's the chances that somebody that's young is going to get in? You have some of the like Cortez that was able to get in, but they can shake things up a little bit, but eventually it gets to the point of what can you do without support of your own team?
Yeah. Nah, when we're all old farts, we'll be happy because our generation will be the ones in there. But then at that point, all the younger people are people younger than us. Not that there's many, because we're young individuals right here. Oh,
Yeah, we're very young.
you're forever young.
Well, I don't know. It depends on who you're asking. If you got somebody that's 7 years old, they'd be like, "You got half your life ahead of you."
If there's any reason for me to want to live to be an old man, it's to see things change, at least in a positive direction as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure when I'm old, there's going to be a lot of young people who look at me and be like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this?" But
Why are you eating beans out of a can with a spoon?
yes, don't you know that hurts the bean people? There's going to be bean people in the future. Sentient bean people. You wait, you'll see. They will rule us with an iron fist. A bean fist.
A bean fist.
Yes.
Killed is similar in concept to the comic book. Code authority is supposed to protect kids, but actually just screws everything up. Because most lawmakers don't know what it is. They see cartoons and comic books, but what generations change so drastically and what people are interested in that.
Well, lawmakers saw a bill that claims to protect.
I'm gonna go use the restroom quick.
Yeah.
I've been drinking. This is my third beer, so I'll be back in a sec.
Lawmakers see a bill that, stuff. Words. Noises. No, it didn't. I don't know how to do things. How do I do things? Let's just turn on this. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to make that visible. I did the thing. Okay. Press stop. Muffin. Who's got where's the muffin man? Muffin man. Muffin where? Muffin. Just Yes. What?
I actually expect you to load something into the software,
Never.
but no, there you are, just flipping around a plush. Very adult things going on here.
Yes. Of course. I did nothing.
Do you know the Muffin Man? Look at her dance. This mixtape is fire.
What is Twilight, huh? Why does Twilight look like she's taking a big poop? Okay, that's bad.
She pooped.
She did.
It's a Derp song. It's a Derpy Hoof show. Send the muffins. Apparently they all really like blow up the computer. What? Okay, Grizz guy.
That is aggressive.
Like he was just dancing. Entertain us.
I did.
With any luck, I'll be dead at 60. I used to say, my brother used to say, like, I want to die at the age of, like, 35. And now he's got kids, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't agree with that anymore.
35 isn't even old.
No, but it's like after that point, you feel like, at least physically, you start kind of, like, hitting your peak and you're working your way down.
Wow.
I love that pinky pose. She does. Actually, like, I like this one. Like, this is the pose of, like, holy crap. And then Rainbow just wants to get in on the shot. I also very much like Pinky's pose here. Like her little wave here. I think that's not really good. Okay, so Rainbow needs to have a little bit more bounce here for her head. What I probably should do is grab the lip sync here. Where does she says awesome here, right? It's actually the same awesome, so this should work pretty good. Let's see if I can just yank it. I'm just going to grab the whole thing and then we'll just figure out what to mix it in with here. These three.
Should not look around the scene or nothing.
Oh, we'll see.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay, the timing there is fine.
Awesome.
You can never tell if you're entertained or annoyed. Maybe both. It's very possible.
At this point, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, Booze will do that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Booze is good.
Awesome.
Unless you're under 18, then it's very bad.
Awesome.
Okay, so I do need to blend these
21.
two.
Forgot it's 21.
Michael.
Well, if you're in Europe, I don't know.
Don't drink at all. Drinking is bad for you, unless
Yes.
you need to, because there's just one of those days.
Unless you realize, like, how horrible the world can be.
How no, are you listening to the same 5 words over and over? If I had to bring up 2 different questions that I've probably been asked the most, it's how do you do what you do, and how do you listen to the same audio over and over and over again? Actually, I don't hear it anymore. I've gotten so used to.
You were saying.
I've gotten so used to hearing the same audio and over again that actually that ends up being the way that I get into, they call it the flow of stuff. I'll listen to the same song on repeat, the same, I've gotten much more used to just the same repeat stuff. So I'm hearing the same audio, yeah, but I'm not listening to it. It's there, but it's more of like, it's to me no different than saying here, putting a bookmark here and a bookmark there. It's a flag for me to indicate when something should happen, but I'm no longer listening to it. So maybe for you guys, you're hearing it more, but for me, I literally tone deaf it. I don't hear it anymore. Sometimes if it really gets annoying, I might turn it down or turn it off. But when you're trying to time like this action for doing something, good luck trying to do it without hearing the audio. So I'm usually doing this. And then going in slow mo because I need to figure out, is the timing working? Is everything from beginning to end fit? And if it, so yeah, I don't know. I don't hear it anymore, at least personally. No, don't drink when dehydrated. You get more dehydrated. I'm always dehydrated.
How it works. Yes.
I drink a water. Actually, I drink No, I didn't drink a water at work.
Like if you
Drink
mix
coffee.
alcohol and juice, do you think there's like a balance to which point you are hydrating but you're getting drunk?
Coffee has water in it, and it does count as hydrating,
Yes.
but then it also makes you expel the liquid faster. So you'll hydrate, you will dehydrate faster.
I feel like if you just lived off coffee, you'd probably be fine.
You can live off food.
Yeah.
Like the whole 8 glasses a day, the majority of that comes from your food. You do not have to drink 8 glasses a day. It's as long as you get 8 glasses worth a day, and they think, what is the estimate that the human body contains like 70% water? Food does too. So a lot of food contains water, and you can get a lot of it from that. But it's better to overhydrate than under, for the most part. So problem with alcohol is it probably is majority water too. But if it's going to trigger your body to expel it faster, then you're not really absorbing any of it. So
Yeah. True. Anything with salt in it's the same way. Your body's gonna want to expel the excess. Drink potatoes and eat water. Drinking potatoes is called vodka. It's delicious. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I don't like vodka that much.
if I had to pick a liquor that is my thing right now, or just in general, is rum. Rum is so good.
Rum is good.
Rum. I like certain whiskeys, and it's always a nice thing. If I'm drinking beer, a whiskey might go better with it. But if I'm just drinking straight liquor, I will go rum 100%. It's so good. Gin can be good. Actually, some of the drinks that Kyle made, were very good.
Is it because of the gin or the other stuff in it?
No, I like the gin. It definitely adds like I always feel like a carrot flavor. I don't know if that's the right description.
Yeah. Because, like, I'll drink whiskey and rum straight, but that's pretty much it when it comes to hard alcohol. Those are the only two I really enjoy straight.
I never really drink liquor straight.
Like,
I don't. The shots are stupid. Like,
well, just sipping on whiskey or rum.
shots are, I'm gonna get fucked up, and then I want to be super drunk and have a bad day tomorrow, and also like forget what the hell I'm doing. I would rather have a bunch of drinks, not instead of shots. Shots are just, I don't know. I don't get shots. The only time I understand shots is like if you're making like a Irish car bomb and you're dropping a shot within another drink to make it something else. Then okay. But other than that, but then that's just kind of making like a on the spot mixed drink.
Yeah, that'll get you. Well, that whole thing is like getting drunk really fast.
But a shot in a drink, if you make a mixed drink, it's
a shot in beer in with another alcohol.
I don't think you've seen the percentage that I mix my rum and ginger ales.
Yeah,
I get pretty little heavy on the rum.
I've drank enough tonight to want to hug a derpy. So there's that. How cute she is. She got these little feeties. But
Alcohol is quite literal poison in your body, and that's why you get drunk and liver gets damaged. To a degree. So your liver is built to take ever so much. There's a limit to where you definitely surpass that, and it starts getting into an issue for your liver. Like a glass of wine a day actually can be healthy for your liver and healthy for you in general. But there is a certain, if you're getting drunk every day, very bad.
Yes.
Don't do that. Not good. No, a drink a day, depending on what you're drinking, isn't really that bad of a thing. I wouldn't really call it poison. It's definitely, if I had to choose different words for it, poison might be a closer word for it. But
I would say if you're waking up with a hangover, you've hurt yourself.
As you get older, though, it gets harder and harder not to have a hangover. I definitely.
Because your kidney can take less and less.
Yeah, I've found that my hangovers have been worse. That's why I haven't drank as much in the more recent, because it's just harder for me to recover from it.
I only had one hangover this year, and that was fairly recently, and it was actually, yeah, the first hangover I've had this year was this weekend, or the following Monday morning, because, oh boy, I drank a lot the last of the night. I drank like 7 drinks. I had to. It was a matter of survival. I will stick with it.
It'll be good, better going forward.
Yes.
Awesome.
So Rainbow's definitely going to have some more animation here. Right now she's just kind of like staying still. That's fine. The nice thing about having this position forward is now I have a blend point to make her move within. And that's fine.
Never been drunk before, Silver? Well, good for you. That's
never been drunk before. Yeah, probably. I've been drunk.
I've never been blackout drunk.
So when I consider drunk now is to where I am having difficulty functioning. That is my definition, but everybody's definition might be different. To where if I can't stand, or I need help moving, or if I am unable to comprehend reality, that is to me drunk.
I've never gotten this so far as I can't comprehend reality.
I have been there a few times.
I've drank 14 beers in one night.
I drank like a whole bottle of Jägermeister.
Oof.
I used to drink a lot when I was younger. I used to drink quite a bit. I don't do that anymore because it just isn't fun.
No.
When you're blackout drunk, it sounds fun, but it ends up being you have like 1 or 2 hours of fun followed by like 24 to 48 hours of hell. It's not fun. That's not fun.
If you're up in the middle of the night barfing, you're it's not fun, and you're not going to enjoy yourself for the better part of probably a few days. Like I made myself the night I drank 14 beers, I was so sick. I was pretty much bedridden for 3 days after that. Like I did not get out of it was like having the flu. I was so sick. I had some pretty extreme alcohol poisoning, and it's the level that probably should have put me in the hospital, but I just slept it off for 3 days.
I looked at my garage, woken up on my garage floor. It's not great. Yeah, I have a lot of very drunk stories, like waking up in my friend's basement, which had no lights in it, not knowing where I was at all, and having to feel around to just even determine my location. Like that, I haven't blackout drunk in probably over a decade because I just don't like that. Yeah. I know my limits, and I'll get to a point of like, do I want more? Yes. Should I? No.
I don't think I'm capable of being blackout drunk. I've been incredibly drunk, but never to the point where I don't remember where I am. Or like recall the night before. Like I've had some pretty rough nights, but I have the curse of remembering them.
That's why you don't do shots. Shots are where you take in a lot very quickly, and that's where you can get bad. Otherwise, if you drink normal drinks, over a period of time, normally you will just start feeling more tired and you'll pass out before you ever get there. But if you start doing shots is where it becomes a problem. And that's where, like, I remember one night, I think we had between Soko and Jaeger, I had like 12 shots, and it was probably within a like 2 hour period. And I have no idea what happened that night. I don't remember.
It's rough.
But that's because you're young, you're stupid. I'm not young and stupid anymore.
Yeah,
so.
I did a lot of dumb things when I was young that I would slap myself as an adult, like a proper adult.
Yeah, but that's fine. Part of making mistakes is learning from them and making changes. If you don't, then you're stupid. If you do, then they're not mistakes. They're learning experiences.
Or you drank so much when you were young and stupid that that's where you got stuck. Like Rainbow did. I mean, look at that horse. She's like I drank 3 bottles of whiskey in one night when I was 19, and I never progressed past that point. He's like, yes.
It's like, Rainbow, you're an alcoholic.
If there's one character who's an alcoholic, it's either Rainbow or Applejack. But Applejack, I feel like, can take her drink, where Rainbow just like drinks heavily and then wakes
Rainbow,
up.
do you like whiskey?
Morning. She drinks all the cider.
Do you like beer?
She ate dirt.
Do you like water?
No. Like, that horse legit ate dirt because it had cider poured into it. She's got a problem.
She's like, do you want some alcoholic dirt?
Yes, she does. She wants more dirt.
Like, where do you want it?
Took one to the mouth hole.
Rarity's like, oh my god. She only drinks vermouth.
Yeah. Rarity's the type who would just, like,
Awesome.
bottle of wine. Gal.
What's it say? I hope you feel better. Are you feeling rough? I hope you're feeling better. Shots are bad.
feel
Nothing
better.
ever good comes from shots. Shots can be good if they are taken after eating and you have a shot and maybe two with the intent to slow down right after that. It's where you want to kind of shoot yourself into a decent spot and then stay there. But where shots are maintained all night or something, no, I just maybe, and that's all based on the person.
I've sat down at the stream and just sipped on whiskey.
Awesome.
That's not exactly the same. Sipping on whiskey and taking it, just drinking it quickly is kind of different.
Awesome.
Kinda.
Awesome.
Okay, so Rainbow here, I'm definitely going to add something to her here, but
Awesome.
I'm going to probably call her good. I'm not going to call her good. I'll add a little bit to that, but it's in a good spot.
Finish your beer, young man.
So this is an 8.3 or 8.4%, and this is my third glass of it. That's a lot of beer. Then we play Diggy Hole. Yes, we'll play Diggy Hole tomorrow for sure. Not tonight. Let's go. I picked up some liquor on my way home today because I was out of beer. Anyway, I have whiskey and like Zevia, but it depends on the day.
Diggy.
Anyways, we're going to be good on today for this. So we actually made some decent progress. Pinky got actually animated, and Rainbow got mostly animated. And once this shot is done, all we have to do is clean up on this one, clean up on this one, clean up on this one, a keyframe and clean up on this one, and then add background ponies. I want to after that. So Windy City is in a month, so it's on the 3rd, so in about 4 weeks.
You think you might premiere this there?
I want to have it done before then.
Do you want to have a release before that?
Well, for one, I don't feel comfortable at a convention that is normally intended for PG audiences to have her saying a F word even beeped. So I have to figure something for that. Have you not seen this full thing? I can show you what we got here.
About done.
I'm gonna keep the lights off because it would kill the frame rate.
This is based on an idea that I thought would take like 2 weeks.
It has
Yes.
a lot of 2 weeks.
Yes. Multiple 2 weeks.
But anyways, this is it as of right now. Oh, actually, let me mute the audio here. That's the wrong button. There we go.
Darling. Darling. Apples, apples. Darling, darling, darling. Apples, apples. Darling, darling, darling. Books. Books, books, books. Apples, darling, books. Party! Awesome. Books, books. Party! Awesome. Darling. Awesome, awesome. Apples. Party, party, party. Books, books. Apples. Awesome, 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 awesome,
Darling,
awesome.
darling.
Apples, apples,
Awesome.
apples. Books, books,
Darling.
books. Party, party. Apples. Awesome.
I think I need to make her
Party,
explanation
apples.
more like but like I'll work on that later. Yeah, more like pronounced, but it's good. It's good in there. It is good. It is art. This is art. If I had to choose art,
This is what art
this
should be.
this is an NFT now.
Oh no, that is you've ruined it.
No, the NFT market's crashed.
Yeah, it
NFTs are
kinda
bullshit
did.
now.
Well, NFTs they kept getting hacked because people found ways to hack them.
Also, they're worthless.
Yeah.
So
Well, the second they started getting hacked, though, they made them extra worthless
yeah, but
because they can just be stolen.
it's like saying, though, that poop has a bow, and then somebody takes away the bow, and they're like, but now it's just shit.
Yeah.
It's always been shit. No, the NFTs are crashing. So
Yeah. Yeah. They were here. They're gone. The fact
they had a potential, and then greed got involved, and it went to nothing. So anyway, so we're gonna be good now.
all the monkeys are worthless now.
So okay. So we're gonna be good.
Hey.
Let's see here. We'll see who else is streaming. But thanks you guys for hanging out and for some of the support you gave. Ooh, we have a bunch of people. I did Nashi just recently, and I did Fiora recently. So we can. I think the best thing is probably had a Jay because he's the most non-recent that I've had.
Yes. He has one person watching. It's probably him.
No, I bet you I know who it is.
It's Malik.
Malik. Yep, I bet you it's mostly YouTube. But he does double stream, which I don't understand, but whatever. She's playing Elden Ring, so we're gonna head over there. So thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, the NFTs died. Kind of. They did last a little while. Thank you guys for streaming. Well, thank you for coming in. Streaming is worthless if you're by yourself. So thank you for guys for popping up.
Thank you for joining.
Invasion message. Jay like Applejack, but I feel like I've overdone that one.
Pickle depression.
Pickle depression?
Pickle depression. Yes.
You know what? That'll confuse the shit out of him. And Jay is super fun to just throw things in the left field. So,
Yes.
All right, yeah, like pickle depression.
Pickle depression. It just rolls off the tongue.
Michael has
depression.
Michael has something called microstroke disorder.
Pickle depression.
So we'll go over there. Oh, well, something about pickle depression. Sure.
Pickle.
That's the raid message. We're gonna go with it.
Pickle depression.
Yeah, thank you, Nolan. It's better said in TTS. And we're gonna jump to Kitty. Oh no, that's just the right thing. So we're gonna we'll head over there. So if you want to stick around for some channel points that can be used for a stupid face or Michael takeover or whatever the hell, I gotta add some stuff to that. But anyways, thank you to Buzzphone and Null and Void, Jurassic and Sir Edward for the cheers. Thank you to Kel Chan for showing up and not doing any moderating, but at least there's a potential. Yeah, you never know. And thank you to Generator Boy for many of the gift subs that were given today. And I thought there was one of those. Oh no, actually, you know, all those are from Generator Boy. So thank you very much, Generator Boy, for all the gift subs. Very much appreciate it. And congrats to everybody that got some. But we're gonna head over to Jay. We'll see you guys Sunday where we play a game that we're still working on. We'll figure that out. So
All right. Yeah, go scream pickle depression at him.
yeah, go still pickle depression.
Yes.
Why the fuck do you come up with that?
I don't know. I was thinking of sad pickles. Sad pickles.